What's up, everybody? Randy, Nerds Templar, Sydney as well. Chilling, playing some Pokemon, shiny hunting, some outbreaks, some battles, some BBQs perhaps. I'm chilling at this Rockruff outbreak. It is not a, it's not a known tempo Rockruff outbreak, so it's not one we're gonna do. Of course, anybody out there who wants to hang out, we can do that. Got a Veluza outbreak. I don't know. Maybe I'll do that one later on. That's a potential. Has to be done eventually. We're really not looking forward to that one. There's several outbreaks for our shiny decks here. Not exactly looking forward to, right? Because they're not going to be the easiest. Of course, we got our event outbreaks. We got the Palmy. We got the Dedenne. Got an extra Palmy outbreak, of course. I cycled through. Got Magikarp there. Cycled through a while before getting decent enough. I probably reset the game about the first time playing today, this morning. So I probably reset about, I don't know, 6 times before finally just deciding to stick with the one we got here. So that's all for Paldea. Here we got a Graveler. Of course, our Morpeko and Pachirisu. Those outbreaks. We got something slightly okay, maybe Volibee. I don't have any of those yet, so maybe I'll grab those. Maybe even during the stream, we'll see. Sudowoodo, I already got a Bonsly and a Sudowoodo randomly. And then finally, Execute. Wouldn't mind getting my hands on an Execute or several because we can always just move and evolve it. I think we could evolve it somewhere else. Like if we evolve it, I don't know what happens in Paldea, but I think if we would evolve it in, I don't know, in the Savannah, maybe it would turn into a regular Execute. I have no idea. But yeah, I wouldn't mind grabbing some of those. That was my first ever shiny Pokemon, and I'm sorry, Fire Red, not Let's Go, but in Pokemon Fire Red version, my very first shiny, other than Red Gyarados, of course. We had an Araquanid like 2 weeks ago or something, or maybe it was last week, and never found one of those. Now I got a Dewpider. That might even be, I don't know. Actually, never mind. It might be on top here in the water here. So probably going to try that one eventually. We've got both Plusle and mine, and of course for the events here, which I'm super excited about. Those are some of the best ones in my opinion. They're just so cool. And they're Gen 3. Let's go. Let's go, Gen 3. Pachirisu's as well. That's also good. I got a few on my, actually it might be this character. I already have a few, or it's Scarlet version. One of the mains. Got Litleo there. Got also another decent one here. Maybe we'll hunt a little bit of that. Is that I guess that's a Zebra Striker, right? That looks like the bigger one. And Chansey. So, not bad, not bad. We are going to start today with, I'm kind of thinking maybe that Dewpider. If we go, let's see. To check this out, I'll show you one more thing here, 2 more things. I am 4 quests away from completely filling up my elite quest bar. That would mean that I have 3 waiting in the wings, this one plus 2 more that are charged up. So I'm basically ready for a group quest, guys. Take a photo of a polar biome Pokemon, easy. Catch a dragon type, who knows, maybe we'll do it. Sneak up on something. We're about to finish that off, and basically as soon as we go to Blueberry, so there's no way I encountered that goat there, but whatever. Whatever you say, game. So for right now, what I'm going to do is go... There wasn't anything like super great here that I was looking forward to, other than the event shinies, which are a thing. We got a Pommo right here, actually. That's not so bad. That seems like it might be a pretty good one there. Day-to-day right here might not be too bad. I'd like to get a higher level one somewhere. The desert, meh. On the other Scarlet or whatever I was playing last time where I got some already, I was up here doing it, so high grass, but it was kind of easy to see. I got 2, I believe 2 of everything except for the Blueberry plus one mine. Lastly, I want to show you this. This was all in one night, and of course it didn't happen on stream when we were hunting them. But yeah, I found 4 Misdreavus in one single night. And I'm just like, why? Can't you just like give me at least one of them on stream to give us some content, right? No, but in fact, the first 2 of these were back to back. I found one, the very first one, I picnicked, and then the second one popped up right after the picnic. And these 2 were sporadic throughout the rest of that that one singular night. I was like, what in the world? So, because it's an exclusive to Violet Pokemon, and I just went this long. I just went through the whole night to see how many I could get. I was kind of hoping for one more. So we got 1 and 2 for our living dex on home. We would have 1 and 2 for a living dex if we wanted to keep it. Keep one on Paldea or on Scarlet and Violet for all time, which might be something we do. Or I'll do what probably for now at least. I'll have 1 on here, and I'll move 1 over to Scarlet version, so I'll have 1 each to use as a Miss Medius. That's another goal. So that's like the bare minimum amount I would want here is for Pokemon that has 1 evolution. So if a Pokemon doesn't have any evolutions, you know, it would have 3. Pokemon has 1 evolution, just basically add 1 more in there, I'd say. Unless it has something, like this, then of course we want to Frostlass Cyndaquil. Anyway, yeah, also had those 2 Frostlass. That was a nice find. There's just some recent shinies we had. Got 1 Tepig. Most of these will go over to Scarlet version, where the living ShinyDex is currently being held. There's the rewards for later on, guys. That's at the end of the stream, toward the end of the stream, where we'll do our giveaway. There's the giveaway box rewards whenever we finally do some battles, live battles, spectated. But for now, it's just the giveaway box, and there is more to it. We have a Vaporeon and an Umbreon. I'll add more stuff in here today. I'll add everything else that should be in here into there today. Got those 2 Hawlucha on the last level, this level 2 hard mode challenge we're doing currently. We have 2 Hawlucha. I might have to save those potentially for my nephews, since I caught 2 of them on the same character and they match. I might have to give those up to my nephews, but I have so many Hawlucha. I already have 1, and then those 2. So it could maybe, if we do somehow find more in the future, always give one of those away as well. Yeah, so I guess I'm kind of tempted to, yeah, this isn't the character we did any event shinies on yet. We could maybe start with that. But until people filter in and maybe we get some group stuff going, I'm going to wait to go to Blueberry. But of course, Blueberry is where we got our best event, or best outbreaks in general, not just the best event ones. But we have Execute, we have Dewpider, both of which I really would like to get, even just for shiny dex purposes, but I wouldn't mind having a shiny to use of some of those things. And then of course also Zebra Strike. I think I have a Blitzel actually. No Zebra, big Zebra yet. Yeah, and then of course there again, not a ton here other than our event shinies, right? And then Volibee, I might do that later. Same with Veloza, I might attempt that at some point later on before I lose them later. And again, the Rockruff, that's not own tempo, so I mean, if maybe somebody out there really wants Rock, because again, if we group up, you'll have access to all these outbreaks as well. There's again the Magikarp down there, not really worried about that. Let's go to this Plumbee here. I kind of like this one. We'll just start with that. Hopefully we get some quick shinies. Hopefully I didn't lose all my luck because of those Mischievous. I don't think so though, because we were having really extremely bad luck before I finally found a bunch of Mischievous. Where in the world? Okay. Okay. I take it back. This is well, no. This might actually be pretty good. Let's go with Kilowattrel. You should be fine. I love more of these things. Oof. What? Can we get it more than 1 spawn? There we go. There's one under the tree. Pretty easy to see, but I don't know, maybe not in the dark under the tree. Hey, Kilo, you're taking a lot of damage. What level are these things? 40? 36? Alright. The old Iron Thorns will take care of it. Pokemon being trained right now for the battle teams against my nephews. That's what you see there. A lot of them are bench Pokemon. Iron Thorns is not. I think Iron Thorn, actually, Kilowattrel, and I think maybe Magnezone and Salamence, but they also might just be a higher level team that I can't remember. Yeah, as I was shuffling through trying to find some, I had a Morpeko, an actual Morpeko outbreak at one point. I had a Delibird outbreak that I thought about holding on to if I found anything else that was decent, but I didn't. Mid stuff like that, in my opinion, stuff that I might not mind hunting. To keep those outbreaks, I would have to have at least something better than that, and then those are just like kind of bonuses. Right now, we're kind of focusing mostly on either evolutions that we don't have, mostly the ones we don't have. But if I would get another Umbreon, I don't know, I might be tempted. I don't know. Right now, that one might count as more of a mid one, just because we have a couple, and I even have one for you guys. Potentially, if you can win, you can win. Other than that, yeah, we have a couple that we have, like Leafeon and Jolteon have yet to see outbreaks for those. Sylveon as well. We got all those Eevees, though. So if worst comes to worst, I can just use a couple of the Eevees, get the full Evolution Shiny team that way. But I don't really want to. I want to kind of save all those as Eevees. I'm going to save a bunch of them for myself. I'm going to give many of those away. Many of those will be giveaways. I'm kind of waiting, though. Maybe we'll have, like, maybe we'll use one as, like, some big giveaway at some point. But my goal was to use them as, like, the at least first, second, and maybe even third prize for our Open Battle League eventually. First place, of course, getting an extra prize, maybe even second place getting a consolation prize chosen of their choice. Just like first place would get a prize of their choice, plus the Shiny Eevee, plus probably something else that's awesome. I didn't have that planned out yet, but we can't do the Battle League just yet. That would be something we actually do today, if we could. But there's no spectating mode in this game, and that's super unfortunate. So, here we are, which is okay. What it is that a... Yeah, you're a pink one. You're a pink one, aren't ya? Okay. Took one for us. I will go... I'll just go... this is what we'll do. We'll go through one of every event outbreak leading up to Blueberry. Hopefully some people trickle in and maybe want to hang out, join up, do some BBQs. That's one of the big things. I mean, I have no group quests done on this character. My Scarlet version main is completely done, so that's cool. This character is not. Has no group quests somehow. But I'll go through until we get some other people hanging out. I'll just go through and do all of these. Is that hey, you'll be alright, right? Never know about those. I don't know what they look like as a shiny. Like gold or something, maybe? Comes a dog. Yeah, I'll go until we, like, end the outbreak. Close enough to end the outbreak, you know what I mean. When there's not many left. And then I'll go to the next one. And we'll just work our way to Blueberry. And who knows, maybe by then, if nobody else joins, maybe we'll do a battle or two. Go back into shiny hunting. Event shiny hunting. Maybe later on we'll try one of the other outbreaks we got. Again, probably execute, do fighter. Probably imagine we try one of those first. It's a weirder spot than I thought it'd be, but they are a higher level than anywhere else, I think. Although, actually, that's maybe debatable. Where else we got here? Oh, yeah, never mind. Yeah. It'd be kind of... Actually, that one right outside of Medali, that's probably the best one, huh? Maybe I'll do that one later. We already got, I don't know, nearly halfway through this one. Not really. I don't know, I guess I could switch. Maybe it'd be a better idea. Either place, they'd probably be easy to see. Yeah, you know what? Let's switch now before we get too invested in this one. I think they'll be maybe easier to see just because I know we don't have to deal with much weather. I mean, maybe rain. I'm okay with that. Deal with some rain. Probably better spawns. I've convinced myself. Dedenne, I don't know. Maybe we'll do the one by the lighthouse by Levincia there. That seems to be the only kind of close one. Was there one in the desert? Did I see that correctly, or was that something else? Yeah. We were hunting. We just had a Braviary outbreak, or I'm sorry, a Rufflet outbreak right there. I don't know about all this. Man, maybe. Maybe. We probably see the shiny. I just really hate hunting in the desert. It's so annoying. I get so many sandstorms or dust storms. Alright, let's try this again then. Spawning way over here. Why? Do something. Yeah, this will be a better one later on if I want to just try to grind out a bunch of these, which I will. I don't know which character will do it. This has usually been my shiny hunting, my shiny grinding character, especially with the event shinies. Getting a bunch of those for you guys. Mostly maybe for in the distant future, who knows? Who knows? I mean, we're going to have a big stash of all these event shinies, and they're going to be there until they're not there anymore, so however long that may be. Gen 10, Gen 11, who knows? Apparently there's something, and I don't look at this kind of stuff, you guys know I hate spoilers. So, apparently though, I saw a news article saying something about the first something of Gen 11, like Pokemon or something was leaked. I don't know if it meant like Pokemon that might be in Gen 11, or I'm sorry, Gen 10, not Gen 11 yet. Not that yet. Either that or like starter or like just a new Pokemon in general maybe, I don't know, but it's already begun is what I took away from that. Which is good to see. I mean, I knew it was coming. I really would like to see it happen next year. You know, give ZA a whole year, that's fine. In fact, if you Pokemon, not that my opinion matters, but I think you should maybe take it into account anyway. I think it'd be great if you could possibly get champions out in the meantime. ZA champions and then Gen 10. That might be the goal. I can see. I think we mentioned this several times already on this channel in the past on these streams, specifically on these streams whenever we're just kind of hanging out. Ask me anything, by the way. Catholic philosopher, theologian, Catholic with a philosophy and theology degree. Put it that way. Yeah, we talked about this a lot before. I think Champions is meant to probably replace competitive, be the main competitive hub. Plus, maybe replace other competitive outlets, maybe. We'll see, depending on how they do it. And there's some signs that would suggest that perhaps they are pointing toward doing something like that. We'll see. Not signs coming from them necessarily, but just what I take to be signs within the way they made the game itself. Put it that. Let's put it that. I don't want to make you think that they had suggested anything specifically, because as far as I know, no one has done anything like that. But aside from all that, yeah, I think that they'll want to put it out to at least as close to ZA as possible, just so they can try to allow competitive players to use those. I don't know, maybe they just implement them either way. It's just like, you know, here you go. The problem with it, you can't use ZA Pokemon, like any new stuff from there. You can't use Mega Evolution. None of that would be viable until you would make it another one. Like, so. For one, it's a totally different gimmick system. Instead of Terra, we're now back to talking about Mega Evolution. And aside from that, it's also a new game, so it's not like you can bring the new stuff back into the old game. So, what do you do if you're Pokemon? Well, you put champions out, and you make that, like, maybe, I don't know, next Worlds. Maybe you see how Worlds with Pokemon Champions goes. Or maybe that's rushing it out a little too much. Maybe they've already done a lot of testing and behind the scenes with a lot of the pros. Who knows? I'm not a pro. Oh no, there's Palmy inside the wall here. That's always unfortunate. You really hate to see it, or not see it in this case, kind of. I see them though, at least I can see enough of them that I can tell they're not shiny. They're half of their transparent head sticking out. But yeah, so that's all the case. Either that, or you're just going to be like, whatever, we wait till Gen 10 comes out, which seems like it's pointless. Like, why make champions unless it's just not going to be out until after Gen 10, and then you do all these things, but just later. Maybe Gen 10 uses Mega Evolution, but I don't think that's going to be what they do. Unless, again, it does just take them that long to get get champions out. I don't think we have a whole lot of info on that just yet. I don't really check it all that much. But I am excited for ZA. Making our way through Sword pretty quickly. I know the DLC will slow us down a bit. And also, you know, we have a lot of endgame stuff we can do, so there's that as well. We'll have plenty of stuff to do while we wait for ZA, if we need to wait, that is, at all for ZA. That is between having, like, something to do on our casual playthroughs. That's Tuesday and Thursday streams. There's another one right there. Man. That's too bad. Great spot other than that. Hit him. Can you hit him? Come on, hit him. There you go. If we stand here, they shouldn't spawn here, right? Seems like they're not, Pokemon aren't like supposed to spawn next to you if you're not moving. Hard to tell. You can kind of take advantage of that for, oh, there we go. Kind of take advantage of that for outbreaks, in certain areas at least. Alright. Well, I guess no, I keep like thinking we're doing Day-to-Day because this is where real Day-to-Day pop up. But no, this is the Palmy outbreak. No extra Palmy. We got the one. In fact, don't really need any more for ourselves. We got enough now of those. Got enough Day-to-Day, in fact, as well. Oh, I found a random one. That was my nephew's very first shiny, and he got his from a Terror Raid, which is crazy. Insane. I've never had a Terror Raid shiny yet. Now, granted, I barely ever do them, ever, so, anymore that is. Like, there was the time whenever we were first running through the DLC, that was pretty much the only time I really did them, and it was pretty heavily, as I was looking for, like, those exclusives, because I didn't want my nephews, I wanted to stay a little bit ahead of them before they got all the DLC. I was playing through it, so I couldn't, like, trade with them for those trade ones or anything like that. I had to do it myself just by finding raids. So I did a lot of raids. This is an odd spot as well, but hey, I'll take it. I think this should be fine. Very top of the mountain. Is this for the desert? I would rather not go to the desert, to be honest with you. But there's a lot of them down there too, though. I don't know. Okay, let's go to the desert. Yeah, let's go to the desert one. What's up, puppy? There you go. Alright. Yeah, again, we're waiting to do some BBQs. I'll do some battles maybe in a little bit. I'd like to maybe truly form our Paradox team. We have like some of it. Actually, I have three ancients already here. Plus our double bikes. All right. Next. Up and on. Even a big old sigh. Oh, is it down on this smaller ledge here? Yeah, okay. Not be too bad. A treasure chest over there. I get more this way. Good, but I think things are gonna spawn way down there, yeah. Yeah, was hoping that wouldn't happen. That's the problem with it being on the lower ledge here. So I have to go to like the middle. Ah, man. Yeah, no luck on the rufflets here. We're hunting those for a while. Along with the mischievous. And it could be worse. We'll stay here. And then that starts, yep. This is the biggest reason not to come here. They're this all like the same exact level as the other ones. Could also just skip Dead and A for now because these are just some bad spots. Might do that. I don't think this is worth doing. Never know when you get lucky, but yeah, not worth it. Have a couple more days, a day or whatever, however many I plan on doing it before I guess connect to the internet again, right? Yeah, alright. I'm getting out of here. This is too much, man. See what we got over here. More Pecco. Mountain. Chikorita down. I don't know. This one might be good here. That more Pecco might be not too bad next to it either. Yeah, I don't know about these. So that one may not be too bad there. I don't know. Might get too many water spawns. Kind of like these aren't bad. I usually like the ones on the mountain here. They usually end up pretty good. I actually was just hunting some Pachirisu on Scarlet version right here. It was a pretty good spot too. I actually also while doing that found a shiny Slugma, so that was cool. And but I like these as well. Let's just go down to here. Nice. And this is the one I would really like to have my own Morpeko shiny on Scarlet version because I'm pretty sure I'm Scarlet, yeah, on Scarlet, which I do already now. The ones that are exclusive to a different game. Wow, how'd you get that? I don't know. Special. People will ask in the future, of course. One right now knows. Yeah, go ahead and kick me. Alright, I suppose we just keep on training up our Iron Thorns against all these electric types. It's mostly for those EVs. Get them to level 50 and then get them EV trained and then they're good to go. We could add in some Pokemon I actually want to use for our own battle teams here on the stream on these Saturday mornings. Usually get a few battles in at least. Morpeko is not too hard to see. His yellow stripe is white, so and not bad. Again, I think maybe we'll do this. We'll do some Pachirisu I think I'll wait. Maybe I'll do some battles before we then get into all the blueberry stuff. And we'll see if there's anyone out there that wants to group up and do some BBQs. Or even some casual battles. We're going to have tons of... We already have tons of event shinies from before as well. Going back to... I have a couple Fletchling for giveaway. And then everything after that. From events, that is, so I'll pop that up in a sec. I don't have any Starly or Pick-a-Peck, though, from the same event as the Fletchling, however. Only got the Fletchling during that one. Unfortunately. I'd love to have a shiny Toucan. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. And also to just get a bunch of Starly out of the way, that would have been nice. I'm sure we passed up a few shiny Starly in our time. They're just a little harder to see. We'll just hop down into the Barrens there. Take down those Pachirisu. See if we get lucky on our first whatever, however many knockouts it is, 60 plus whatever it is. Seems like 90 plus sometimes. Not too far away. Most places here are going to be pretty similar for more Pekko hunting. It's going to be a lot of grassy areas. Same with Pachirisu, unless we get into the Barrens, which we will be. Well, that's pretty much the best place. Not as easy maybe with darker stuff, I guess, but Pachirisu's perfect. Oh. You can't really count Day-to-Day as a fail since we didn't really go the whole way to the end of it. I only got one Palmy so far. Oh man. Want to battle, then we'll battle. Non-more Pekko spawned in right now. Get him. By the way, video release stuff. I'm still behind. Sorry. Too many real things to deal with at the moment, but we're getting close. Close to that 4th episode of the Water Trainer Challenge coming out. It's going to be a decent one, and then we're going to have a lot of good ones after that. I mean, including that one, I should say. It took a long time to get that last final Let's Go Pikachu episode out. Kind of a lot of editing to do through this episode as well of the Water Challenge, as we get to perhaps the hardest part of it. Good for our Pekko here. Got some better leveled stuff we're taking out. Yeah. Put that up. Pixie dot. Whoa. I guess maybe our last. Oh, there we go. Maybe our last random shiny was probably had one last stream. We played on this character, I'm pretty sure. It would have been never mind. Nothing. Nothing. Unless I moved them out already. Whatever it was, I would have already. Yeah, eventually the living ShinyDex will be on Pokemon Home. Right now it's being kept on the Scarlet version. And we are making some pretty good progress through it. Mostly because of all these event shinies, to be honest. Event outbreaks, that is. They do so many of them. And then you get ones where you got 2 Pokemon per area. That's crazy. Or 3. Like the red, green, blue. Or green, red, blue. Commemoration outbreaks. Where is this Pachirisu? I thought it was right next to us. There it is. Hopefully they're not gonna. They probably are gonna spawn down there. Be nice if you wouldn't, though. For the little, like, reddish pink stripe. Maybe not super easy to see in the shade, but it'll get easier. Morpeko on this character, pretty sure we already had one, so that's not as bad. We're going to have more anyway. Either way, we're definitely getting these, whether on stream or not on stream. It's like all the event shinies, if I show you the box. Most of them are in home, but we have our reward box here. It's also the giveaway box, wherever it went. Where'd you go? There you are. And yeah, here's all the events from recent times. Plus a few extra things. We also have Umbreon and Vaporeon. A couple other things, I believe, also that will be popping in here at some point today before we do our potential giveaway. Depending on who we got hanging out. And then we got our second rewards for a potential runner-up reward. And again, that's just going to probably be all event Pokemon. But just some extra shiny room as well. So we'll have a bunch of these. Oh no, I hope I didn't just break my Pokemon. This game's so buggy. Alright, so we'll try this. While we do the rest of these, while we whittle this down toward the end, I guess maybe either I'll pop over to home and I'll check what future Paradox Pokemon I already have there. I think I'll probably do that. Unless I have some in the boxes here already. Maybe think about which ones we'll add and try out in some battles. Or double bike comp. I would be eating the level 1 sandwiches for sparkling encounter sandwiches, but we have literally no BP. But again, I only have 70 now. But I am 4 quests away from having literally 3 elites ready to go for an entire group quest whenever if and when we group. Anybody out there who may want to join. and of course has the ability to do so. Peko. A real more Peko down there. Yeah, I've got until 1:30 today, p.m. It is, I'm on the East Coast, so right now it is not yet 10. It's actually 9:55, so yeah. At least 3 hours. Plenty of time. Plenty of time. Put some other decent outbreaks. I think we might start with Dewpider after the after we do all the event outbreaks a little bit. Do a little Dewpider. Do a little more Execute if we're lucky with Dewpider. I think I'd probably hang out there a little longer. Pachis over there. Not too lucky yet today, are we? Tomorrow I'm going to attempt and do my best to make it here. Either, yeah, I'm going to try to play some Arceus, whether it's at the normal time or in the evening. I'm not positive. I try to get a decent bit of Arceus in, at least like 3 hours or whatever. Try to get that Pokedex done. That's kind of the goal for the next stream, the next, whenever it happens. We're going to try to finish all the requests, finish the Pokedex. It's probably going to take at least 3 hours. And then after that, all we got to do is get level 10 on everything in the Pokedex. That's all. Along with, I've mentioned in the past, we have the full Pokemon video game series coming out, the Meta series. That'll be literally every game done differently depending on which like generation era it is. Like all the Game Boy and perhaps also the DS games, those will all just be recorded, recorded, and then we will do, I think we're going to stream 3DS games though, which are all sitting above me on that shelf. Unopened still, I have that, the copy of Moon has something shifting around in it, I kind of want to open it to see if it's, make sure it's okay before we wait too long and, you know, can't return it or something. But anyway, yeah, so we're almost done. We're getting pretty close to all the Switch games being done. All we need to do is, first catch this Pachirisu. All we really have is Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl after we finish Sword and Shield, which we're on right now. So we're getting very close. And here we go. Let's go with a Luxury Ball, why not? The luxurious swirl. No, we're not. Maybe we should have Quick Ball. Now we're stuck with it. Go buy more of them. There we go, nice. Yeah, we have that coming out. That's going to be coming out like slowly. A yellow version. We're going to do yellow, crystal, emerald. But then I'm going to be doing diamond. We're also going to do fire red. Going to do diamond. Going to do soul silver. Because those are the ones I have. And from then on, it's going to be, I'm hoping by then, those are all going to, I think, probably be videos. We'll see. By then, I'm hoping that I have at least either black or white, and then also black 2 or white 2, so we can actually do every single game. I don't have those yet. Hopefully by then I can find some, you know, decently cheap ones somewhere that work. That is. But then of course we have all the that's all we're currently missing. We have all the 3DS games now. Go straight through them, oldest to newest, as well as we play. I mean, Switch by then we're going to be done. I would assume with all the Switch games by the time. Honestly, we're probably going to be done with the Switch, except perhaps Gen 10, not including that. We'll all be caught up, and Gen 10 will probably be out by the time we're done with, honestly, even the first 3 generations playthroughs. So you have those, and then we're going to have the, after we do Gen 1, 2, 3, then we're going to do Fire Red, so... Yeah, I'm gonna guesstimate. It's probably gonna be completely off, but I'd guesstimate we'd be about on Fire Red or moving on to Diamond version around the time that Gen 10 comes out. That would be my hope. We have all that stuff on there. We'd be playing through Gen 10, maybe be able to through that get Diamond version done. All right, let's move on. And that's fine. We'll, the goal would be to be one step further than that, and also have basically be done with Soul Silver by the time we're finishing up Gen 10. So then we can move on to our casual streams away from Gen 10 into those 3DS games, because we'd be out of new content by then. Except we would continue playing Gen 10 on other streams, just not the casual one. In fact, by then, maybe we'd be doing some hard mode Gen 10 stuff instead of Gen 9, who knows. So we'd certainly be doing probably the more prominent of these streams on Saturdays would probably be all Gen 10 then. Kind of why we do it now is the newest gen, why we're playing it. It's not the only thing we do on these days though. Usually is going to be, especially if we end up doing a lot of group stuff, then it's kind of the one we got to do. We can do some Sword and Shield as well, though. As I get there, I would like to... All the exclusives, not exclusives, quote-unquote, but the stuff you can't get in Scarlet and Violet, Pokemon-wise, we are going to shiny hunt those in other games. Mostly, primarily Sword and Shield, though, now that I see how many you can get. Between here and Sword and Shield, you can get basically everything, is what it seems. And the few things we can't get, we can try on Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, or even Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee if there is some Gen... I don't think there's any Gen 1s, though. I think there's Gen 1... Every Gen 1 Pokemon in these 2 games, these and Gen 8. Might be wrong. But then also the ones that aren't in these, you might also be able to get them Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl. I don't know if that would be easier to hunt than Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, but either way. There's that. There's also Arceus to hunt in for some other things. Obviously a lot of the big shiny hunts, the ones that are going to take a while, those will be toward the end of our playthrough. I don't know if Kilowattrel can handle this at his level. We'll try. This is going to be an annoying place to hunt. Sliding down the waterfall. Okay, and I did look recently at what Dewpider and Paraquin looked like shiny-wise. I think we can point it out. The inside's like a little, or their legs are a little purple. The inside's like reddish. A little harder in the water, maybe we'll see. But the legs being purple really gives them away. Yeah, I don't really like this spot. and again, like I mentioned, hopefully by the time most of that stuff is happening and done, and we're into the future, Pokemon wise, hopefully champions will be out, and we can do some get back to our battle league. No, well, actually start our battle league, and give away some extra shinies that way and other rewards, and just again build our nice, great, awesome, wholesome community. And in that regard, also, we're working on stories and games, original stories and original games that are even better, in my opinion, than Pokemon. And pretty much everything else out there, so stay tuned. And if you want to kind of be on the ground floor of some of that, you can always stay tuned even deeper by joining the Discord. Hopefully be doing some playthroughs of some of those games, mainly board games, tabletop games. Could be doing those, ironically, through Tabletop Simulator online. But hey, it's a great way to test games out. So maybe be doing that in the future. Soon, very, very near future. Other stories coming out. Other content that's non-Pokemon and actually maybe slightly non-game related also going to be hopefully coming out soon as we slowly try to... Philosopher, you are losing a lot of health, aren't you? Slowly try to expand our horizons just a bit. Expand, not change. This will go with... maybe Drag Algae will be fine. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. We have a lot of options. I was going to do a battle first, but I guess we'll just knock some of these guys out. Although I'm kind of getting annoyed at this outbreak area. Not really that great, is it? I think I can find better do fighter outbreaks in the future. Let's go to... Just got to start going down. Alright, let's go to the Execute. That should be better. Hopefully. I guess we could also hunt them from down here, but then we can't see all the stuff on the top. Nope. Wrong way, right? He's over here, yeah. And before we hunt any of those, let's pop over quick to the polar biome, take a pic of something. And we'll be 3 quests away from having literally 3 elite quests stored up, ready for some BBQs, group BBQs perhaps. The Execute will wait. Go. Found it. Say cheese, bunny. Pick up items. Ah. That's more like it. Really? One item? Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, I like this area. This should be good. Gonna spawn up here, probably. Yep. Although that could also just be a normal Execute spawn. They are all over the place after all. Something I didn't really want to have to hunt it, but it's crazy I haven't found any of them yet. Any shinies yet, randomly. Again, most of these common ones you wouldn't really want to have to hunt the outbreaks. You just assume you're going to get them. But no, at least we can get all the spawns, all the evolutions, that is, through this outbreak. I assume. I expect that if we go to a different biome, it'll turn into a regular Execute. What are you doing? What are you doing there, Oshawott? You're on the wrong side. Wrong side of the tracks there, Buzz. These Pokemon are the wrong Pokemon. Stop. Oh. Okay, we're looking for some like brown, tan brown eggs. Instead of pinkish ones. It's just like the event ones. We'll just bump this down to the end and we'll see what we want to do then. Speaking of, what I was going to do was this first. These are battle parties. We have too many Pokemon on here. Oh, I have some in these boxes. Hold on. Yeah. Okay. So I would go. Obviously, I think we'd have to go 2 each, right? Makes the most sense. This is it. This could be interesting. And I talked about maybe going Iron Bundle. These are the ones I'd be most interested in attempting here. I think, yeah, Iron Bundle might not be. Yeah, he has a. What is that? Mark. Thorny. Pompous Pokemon. Yeah, we already have. I mean, Great Tusk might also be an interesting choice, but we already have 3. Wherever those guys are, here they are. I think we would just use these guys. Plus, of course, Miraidon. And I do think maybe we go with those other ones. We want to bring 3 over. I'm really liking the ground steel typing, along with what we already have. That is, like, I feel like that's a nice complement to the rest of our team. Same with Iron Bundle, just with the speed. Iron Treads is speedy as well. Not like Iron Bundle, but, you know, still fair. No one's like Iron Bundle. And then we got these 2 to choose from. Oh, look at that. Like Tetris. Another dark, or do we have any fairies? Or fighting types? Yeah, of course. And of course, I don't know. Because of course the stronger one, along with the Roaring Moon, they are like the more pseudo legendary of all the pseudo legendary Paradox. Base stat wise, it's just like, what are you doing? That's like his main problem. His stats get wasted in that special attack. Alright, well, at least we don't have to go to home to get anything. We do have to train them, though. I train a lot of Pokemon, guys. You didn't notice. Without even really, I mean, kind of meaning to, but not without doing it like focusing on it. Really, we almost have like one of every Pokemon probably at this point that's trained to some degree that it can be useful, especially if it was tweaked a little more. Like all our battle parties for against my nephews. They've been through all 5 of those already. They got through the Evolution team as well. I didn't have to sub in either of these 2. That's where the subs started. Actually, the subs started in this level 5 challenge here. Volcarona, or where is he? Or Pyroar there. That's why I marked him, just so I knew that he belonged as a sub to that team. And then we have, yeah, that was level 6. Level 7 is here. I just fit these guys in because of these evolutions there. I fit these guys in. They're going to start being used in the level 8 team. So this is 7. They're all ready to go. Level 8's down here. They're gonna have Wochien on their team. We got Iron Thorns. They go with that. And Clawitzer and Dragalge. And that's the 6. It's gonna be an annoying team. Clawitzer is very close to done. He's the only one really. You kind of want to finish him off. Okay, let's do that. We'll finish these 2 off as well as we go. These guys are for later on. I guess 2 of them there. I think it's Salamence and Magnezone go here, and then Kilowattrel will just is one of the other subs. I believe he can probably fit here because this is another team that has, I believe, has at least one Ruinous Pokemon. I don't know what the other one is that goes with these guys. Maybe he's down here or something. I don't know. I think these are all final team subs, level 10 team subs. I think I have 10 levels of teams chosen. That's what you're seeing there. Yes, it gets a little tough, I would say, but it gets even worse than that after level 10, right? Wow. Those are all only Paldea Pokemon so far, by the way. Those are all just from Paldea. Anyway, that gives us 2 spots for now. Unless I can actually put away Kilowatt. I could. Where are you at? You only have a little bit. That's fine. We can wait on you. You're not for later. We'll put you there. We'll train these 2, I guess. Why are we not training these guys? Just because. I guess I just chose 2 random ones to do here. Oh, you know what? These 2 already had some EVs in them, I believe. Yeah. Maybe not Magnezone. I don't know why I don't know. We can keep them in there for now. You know what? Let's just train 1 from each team. So this is the level 7 guy. Or this is level 8 guy, that is. Clawitzer. Salamences are probably level 9 here. And then, yeah, he goes to level 9. This is our level 10 team. And that's all I have so far for them. Other than also having the teams for, and I don't think they're on, actually they might be on here. Wait a second. Guys, check them out. You wouldn't remember them if they are. And I forgot what the 6th one for this team is. This is the number 1 team for their battle teams. There's 5 each in there for the Blueberry Academy, for the Elite 4 plus Kieran. The teams I used against them, my 3rd time through on Scarlet version. It was just another casual playthrough with my nephews. But Golurk doesn't belong to this team. He belongs to one of the later teams. I can't believe I forgot him. I have to go get him from home. But the other one, there's 3 Pokemon that go in every team in the next 5 battle teams for the double battles. That is the first 5 double battle teams. Our shiny Rotom is the 3rd of those, and then the other 3 Pokemon usually switch around based on who we're fighting. And of course, Overpawn and Rotom both switch their types based on who we're fighting. And then I just brought Ursaluna every time because it's Ursaluna and I wanted to use it. And most of the time it wasn't amazing, but it did some stuff. But then these are all the rest of the Pokemon we used in all the other teams. So that's the other stuff they got to deal with there. Not easy, but it's not supposed to be. The double battle teams are all pretty tough. However, those teams all have kind of like their little weaknesses right here and there. Easy enough to find those weaknesses, knowing that they know that they're the battle teams I used against the Blueberry Elite 4. So if you know that, you'd be like, oh, well, he must have a lot of water and ground types on his Crispin team, which is true. And then they already battled him, so then they know that as well from that. Let's just, I guess, train all 3 of these guys, and look at that. We have an extra spot. Always thinking about changing that to a speed nature instead. in this Battle Party 5 here. This is just all the shinies I've trained on this character. This is a bunch of random Pokemon that'll probably be moved, other than these guys. Oh, wait. You guys. Ah. You guys are supposed to be in Pokemon Home. That's part of my living Pokedex. That's where you went. Okay. I just never moved you from there after I finally evolved you. Cool. I thought those were my, this entire time I thought those were my, my mightiest marked ones. These are from Pokemon Go. I have all kinds of stuff all over the place, don't I? There's the mightiest marked ones, and I also have the other three there. He doesn't have his on yet. We did Baxcalibur, got 2 of those. Alright. Salamence is sleeping, I'm taking too long here. And we forgot to put one more in. Let's put in the other tree. Let's also make sure our Pokemon have on their power items so we can train them properly. I mean, we might as well just go Magnezone, the one we were training. It's part of one of the real teams. Either that or Iron Thorns, one of these guys. How close are you? We should do them. They are first after all. Alright. Alright, enough messing around to the shiny box, where hopefully we get some new shinies. Add it in. I'm sorry, one more thing. We want to go speed. I'm assuming speed, just straight speed with this thing. Yep. Of course he has a bad speed nature. We'll go, actually, we'll go speed with both of them, all of them. I don't know if I have 3 not being used right now, but we'll use them all if I do. Yeah, okay. Cool. We'll do it. Now, of course, it takes so long because I only get the EVs trained whenever I catch a shiny, basically. It takes a little bit of time, but the events make it easier. If I did more of the BBQs that said to catch something, I usually don't do those ones. By myself, I will. I'll do half, I'll roll half, probably. This Picky Peck. Let's just get rid of them. This is another time we can get some random EVs. Faster than you there, Elements. That's not good. Might as well hit us 5 times with a Bullet Seed. Oh, are you kidding me? We left him up with 1 HP. Be careful, he's a higher level than you, Solomon. Can you crit that, of course? Good XP. Wait. Oh, just hanging out in the sun made it look a little different colored. Yeah, I haven't seen. Of course, I've seen him in the old days on Fire Red, but I haven't seen a shiny Execute in this game yet. I would assume it's pretty easy to pick out, though. Nice brown, tannish brown eggs instead of the pink ones. Pink store-bought eggs. Okay, get out of here, man. Give me the Execute. Oh, this little crab, get out of here, crab. Hurry up, Salamence, knock out the eggs. These Pokemon keep chasing me around. I don't have time to wait for you. Alright. Don't think that was a shiny. Nope. Get rid of all that stuff over there. really isn't the best spot. I thought there'd be more of them popping up. We have here poison. We get wait. Do we have any other grass types or just the execute? We do have some psychics. Other psychics in Inkay popping up. Maybe eat a grass sandwich here. Yeah, I tried like 6 or 7 rerolls to attempt to get a starter outbreak. Didn't work, so sorry guys. Nothing super awesome here. I think I had something on. I can't remember what it is I have on my other character, but there was something. One of my random alternate characters got a Snivy outbreak, the lucky character. It couldn't be one of my mains, of course. First Snivy outbreak. Still tried hunting it, wasn't successful. That's my my third character, so it's like not really main. It's not really like a hard mode alt. Kind of its own beast. But it is gonna be deleted and re-rolled for one of those hard mode runs later on. I have other characters that aren't anywhere through the game at all yet, but they will be at some point in the future, I think. But I made them specifically to be permanent characters, thinking I can use as like a bank or for other purposes. A few other purposes I've kind of discovered, I suppose, to use them for. But they're not really prepared for anything yet. Someday maybe they will be. Someday. That said, whenever you see here, you probably never notice me go on any characters on this character or on this profile. Or I guess on this one, that's technically this one either, but that's I'll just tell you that's where I did that Masuda method video. That's the profile. I made that profile just so I could make the Spanish character there, and it's still there because I'm going to continue through that on the Spanish. I don't know. Maybe I'll play the whole game in Spanish. Who knows? Who knows? Kind of feel like eating a grass sandwich. I don't like super feel like battling today, to be honest. Maybe if anyone out there wanted to do some casual battles, that'd be different, but I don't know. You know, my mind usually changes as soon as I do one. I get in the mood for it. I'm happy kind of just chilling and doing this. Doing some BBQs in groups if anybody's out there for group BBQs. We can get some snacks. Snacks worth snacks. Yeah, and again, we'll have probably a little bit afternoon or something like that. We will have probably a giveaway. Yeah, shiny giveaway, depending on how many people we have hanging out. Sure hope we haven't been getting too many shinies spawning up there, right? Meant to keep checking that from time to time. So yeah, speaking of other content, there may or may not be something along with Arceus coming out this weekend, this Sunday, that is tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see. I'm trying to get through some other things so we can get like Arceus, so we can kind of free up the schedule for some other stuff as well. Free up my schedule entirely for me to be able to do. There we go. For me to do, yeah, just more things, more other things. As we also, our Pokemon's pretty much what we do for Pokemon that's kind of locked in, I'd say, right now. I'd love to go back to doing some TCG, but it's just still ridiculous. Doesn't seem to be getting any better, so I kind of gave up trying. I still look from time to time when I go to places that would have it. I don't go far. I don't look hard. But I do look, and there's never anything there. There's literally never anything there. So it's just like, man, I'm not going to waste the gas to go any farther out to just hope that there's cards somewhere that are probably not going to even, that are going to be completely picked through, probably. And also maybe even knowing people these days, probably even like repackaged, resealed. Singles, I wouldn't mind like maybe someday getting back into some singles collecting, finishing off some earlier sets we have, just picking through, because I think in some cases singles are going down, so that's a possibility. We could maybe get into that, but again, like I mentioned earlier, I'm trying to save some funds, which is another big reason we stopped doing it. But if I can get something that's a little cheaper, just for something to look at and open up and enjoy, then maybe we'll do that. It's just so hard. Like, even if it was like a set that nobody really cared about, and it was still something that was cheap enough to buy at like even at MSRP, but a little lower than that would be preferred, obviously. But even if we could get that, I would probably open that from time to time. No. I have sealed stuff here that I don't want to open because it's all like it's worth like 4 times its price right now, and just going up. So, it's hard to bring yourself to open things like that. There are several things I could have held on to that were in the same boat. I'm kind of glad I ended up doing the Twilight Masquerade booster bundles that I had, the extras of those, because those apparently have not been really going up in price. That was the right thing to open, if there were anything. And I actually, personally, I like that set. I wouldn't mind opening more of that. Oh, there it is. I can't believe it. Not great luck in the event outbreaks, but we do get our first shiny Execute ever. There it is, my boy. This was my first shiny ever, like I said, in Fire Red. So, yeah, it has a place in my heart. I don't think we can catch it in a nest ball. I wish. Oh boy. Go back to the luxury ball. When all else fails, just go with luxury ball for your shinies. It's expensive, but it looks cooler. Makes them sparkle even more whenever they come out. All right, well, we got one. I wouldn't be opposed to just going for some +1 mining now. Obviously, we need more, but hey, at least we got an Execute. If all else fails, I can go for Executor in the future now. But I do want to come back for a few more of these. A few more. 4 more, perhaps. Enough so we can get the living decks done, and I can have 2 Executes of one of each type for myself to use in battle. That's the goal. Living shiny decks, and then ones to use in battle. Of the final evolutions, of course. Might run out of luxury balls here. Let's try to maybe use a move. Yeah. Right, everything's faster than you. Whoa. That wasn't very good. Use 2 more. I mean, 1 more after this. Yeah, just to do something. Oh, now you're faster. Speed tie with this Execute. Wow. Big damage all of a sudden. Get anything? Is there anything out there? Iron Thorns is level 90, we'll go with that. Probably safe, right? He didn't start his Solar Beam yet. Don't so okay, well. Iron Thorns, just hang in there. Oh boy. Here it comes. Yeah, that's not even a tannish brown, that's literally gold. Golden eggs. You hung in there quite nicely. There it is. Execute's like, wow, you bested me, sir. I cannot compare. Whoa. Got some trees popped up from those eggs. What? It's not, wait, that's not how reality works. What do we got here? We got pick up items, yeah. We go to +1 mining now. Probably got some good ones somewhere. Yeah, it looks like it's probably underground. I'd like it if it was. Actually, they're kind of hard to see under there. As much as I'd love to go to the savannah, it is laggy. This would be maybe a good one for mine in there. Oh yeah, there's you as well over here. Oh, another decent mining one. That might be a good puzzle. And that one's like next to that cliff there. Oh, that one could be decent. Maybe not this one, because we're going to probably get spawns over here too then. Let's try this one on the big cliff. Yeah, I think this will be good. Not for you. Yeah, so we're looking for one that's like a little darker, basically just a little darker. I don't know if I have any yet, so I don't think I do. I've hunted them several times, haven't gotten any yet. Haven't tried mining yet because I haven't got any Plusle. For whatever reason, I keep going to Plusle first because that's just how it goes, right? How you're supposed to do it. There we go. There's a real tiny one there. Yeah, he's tiny. finding a random shiny dragon while we're here. I'm sorry, dinosaur. Dragon would work too since we have the event. I don't know what dragon that would be. Altaria, I guess. Skarmory, there's all kinds of good ones we could get here while we're here. There's another dragon. Again, it's probably slightly harder than the Execute, but I still think we're going to be able to see this one. Same with mine, and I think it's pretty similar in shiny style. You know, I thought that guy was a shiny. That's the Stellar Terra one. He just lost his Sparkle because that's how the game goes. You see it once and then it goes away, right? But yeah, I thought he was a shiny the first time I saw him. He is not. Not because he was sparkling a different way, but because he looked like he was a different color. You never tell with these guys. Find the spot. I guess it's like way over here. It seemed like it though, with all of them spawning over there. Oh. Oh man. Never mind. If I could figure out where the middle of this area was, maybe it would be a better one. I guess it's like right here. Really not having any luck with Plusle. Maybe I should just go mining first. Maybe I'm just more of a mining kind of guy. Definitely getting lower. We'll knock it down to the end like we have the other ones. And we'll go to mining like we would have. No reason to stop now. I think, what are we at here? Hour 29 in. Ooh. Yeah, maybe before we go to mining, I'll take a quick break here. Check the coffee cup. Oh, the coffees look pretty good, actually. Sydney taking a big old nap here. Big old snooze. I couldn't lean forward and get my coffee. Kind of lukewarm now. Probably won't take very long to finish it off. Maybe we'll get through mining first before I go take a quick break. Again, probably plan on about 1 o'clock finishing up today. 1:30 at the very latest. Eastern Standard Time. And hopefully, again, today, I got some stuff to do, but hopefully today I can finally get that. I know I keep saying it. But once this next video of the water challenge comes out, I think we'll start being able to zip through that a lot faster. And the goal is 2 episodes a week, along with the 2 episodes a week of our Let's Go Pikachu challenge. It's going to be super fun. It has already been super fun because again, those are video series. They're already partially recorded. They've both been quite fun so far. This is just the, as I mentioned, as we knew going in with the water type challenge, but if you didn't know, you should have known. Being that every type is going to have its own challenges based on what type we're running as. Water, I do still think that it's going to be the easiest one. It just, even though it's the easiest, it just so happens to have some of the hardest challenges, its hardest challenges early. So, you know, that's just how it goes. That's just how it goes. It'll be tough for other ones as well in the very beginning. Grass might not, you know, have a ton of luck, but I think it will actually be okay with grass, to be honest, because of the always also comes down to the extra, the other types, and those types that do have the earliest challenges, like water does. Well, they're going to be a little more limited on Pokemon, right? Pokemon availability, especially because we are also going to have other roles in this challenge. Like we're not going to have every water Pokemon up to that point at our disposal. We had to choose between the ones available at that in the south. Basically, we had to choose three from every area. That's one of the catch rules there. All right, we're done with our Plusle. Let's move on to Minun, I guess, and then back to Plusle later. I'm gonna just go ahead and guess, based on our bad luck so far, that we're gonna get a shiny Minun. This isn't the most amazing spot. There are a lot of bushes and trees, but I think still it could be worse. Yeah, I think we're gonna find a shiny Minun. Let's go to this one over. I like the one right next to that rest area, but this one probably going to be better because it probably will lag less. We'll see. See what the area looks like. It should be on this like slight slope going down to the beach, right? Yeah. How many other things are going to spawn here is the question. Oh wow. Wow, look at them all. Hey there, guys. Yeah, let me look just to make sure. Pretty sure they're like more aqua colored, greenish. Yeah, they're like almost straight up light green. Light green instead of blue, but their bodies are also just a tad darker. Surely they're not up there, right? I feel like I gotta go check. Sad to say. Okay, no, I don't think so. It's a nice way to get a bunch of them to spawn down here, though. Yeah, any of you out there board game enthusiasts or tabletop in general, card games, TTRPGs, regular strategy games, family or party type board games, I have those four options available for in a poll, trying to see what if people out there who like board games with you like the most. Maybe what we first start focusing on for the first things to test out on our channel here, or not necessarily on the channel, but off channel, but as a community, as the perhaps you could say the beginnings of Nerds Templar games. Stop spawning so far away, guys. Come back over this way. Are they the exact same level right now? Oh yeah, they are. What? No. It's not the best area, maybe, because it's just so grassy, but again, it could be worse. It could be much worse than an open, grassy area. It's these ones that, like, we have bad luck, and then it makes me wonder if I just keep missing them or something. And I finally see one, and it looks totally nothing like the normal ones. I'm like, hey, and then I say to myself, there's no way you were missing those. You were just that unlucky. These are event outbreaks. Shiny odds are crazy high now. It's an Esper. And Trumpy, stop. I don't want you. I need you guys, get out of here. No, thought his body was darker. Already definitely getting lower, huh? Yeah, it was a nice easy hunt, but just not lucky. Yeah, no. I didn't think we'd go through so many event outbreaks and not find any. Oh, that's one for sure. Oh, get out of here. It's fine. Get our, hopefully run away and get our save. Come here, you little green mining. Wait. Oh yeah, just one. Thought that one was two there. Ah, so cool. I like that one. I have to go quick balls. We're gonna have more in luxury balls since there have been outbreaks. We're gonna have a lot more of them. We'll have both quick balls and luxury balls, I'm sure. I know some people do care about the type of Pokeball they're in. Especially if you're, I mean, you're really not going to use it for breeding purposes, the shinies. It'd be more for some other types of Pokemon, I suppose. I don't know what exactly. Maybe like starters. I don't know how you would do that. So that's one thing. You're kind of just stuck with the Pokeball, I guess, on Paldea starters. Is that right? Oh, nope. Yeah, the green was pretty easy to spot, wasn't it? Pretty close to the end here. We'll go back to Plusle. Nope. Yeah, wait, no. The grass is the problem. If you have like a big blade of grass right next to your ear, then it could be a little, could really throw you off. I saw the one. I keep thinking I see him. Unless it's just too much grass in the way. Yeah, too much grass in the way. Look, I don't know. When they're a little farther away, they're a little deceiving, I guess. Alright, let's go back to +1 now. Yeah, I suppose we'll go back here. I don't know, this place is a little more open over here. Even if it's next to the wall. Should have a bunch of bushes and stuff all over. I don't think. It might actually. No, I think we might be good here. Yeah. Or whatever, more experience. Either way. A little worse odds to begin with here, but whatever. Oh, nice. We actually have them on both sides then, huh? Weird, but okay. Yeah, until I see one of these, I'm not positive of what they look like comparatively. So the body was all. Oh yeah, it's a little telling. The dark yellow there. Yeah, okay. Maybe we can spot that. Along with, I think, like again, the more pinkish red color of ears. That's probably a little harder to spot compared to the green ears of the mining. Might be one reason to be in the canyon biome looking instead. It's because it should be easier to see those reds. Way over here too. Iron Thorn's getting strong, man. We'll be 100 soon. Oh, hello there. Wait. Yeah. Trying to throw me off. Changing of the day. There we go. Once I knock all these out, I'll take my coffee break. If it pops up, that is. like I just woke her up. Did I break the fall? Are you gonna kick me now? Are you gonna kick me now? Man, I guess we are more mining guys, huh? Because again, I've hunted down like three other Plusle outbreaks at this point. And that was the first mining one I did earlier, just a moment ago. That was the first one because I just gave up. I was gonna get a Plusle and then a mine, but hey, it's crazy. Sometimes that happens, though, right? Like it reminds me back in the day. It's like every time even now, it's never changed. My Cascoon to Silcoon ratio is like not even close. What Smeargle. So many more Cascoon than Silcoon evolved in my lifetime. Growlithe over there reminded me. My nephews were like started saying like, "Oh, I hope we get a starter shiny for our next reward for the battle teams I put together." And I'm like, man, you should just be happy you get a free shiny at all. Come on, don't do that. Don't be like that. You go, no, now we want starter shinies, and you already gave us some shinies. Now we want the best shinies possible. Well, that's too bad. Go hunt them yourself. Little do they know, I did tell them I didn't tell them exactly what they get, of course, but I did say that the prizes which they should know, they get better and better. The more levels they beat, they get cooler and cooler. And at the end, who knows what those last ones are? You guys might, because I already said it in the past. But yeah, who knows? Who knows how much of those in the future rewards may even change, based on how long it takes to get through all of that, how many different rewards I have. I could always give them extras or change them up if there's some that I don't think are like super great. One that I would have done that with is, unfortunately, one that they just won, Sawaddle. That'd be one that I would almost just like kind of give them. They weren't like super excited about winning that one when they beat the Evolution team. Maybe they'll like it more when it's leaving. Who knows? Probably not. It's not bad. I mean, it's not like a completely terrible Pokemon. I wouldn't put it in an F tier or anything. We have ours right here. Where is it? There he is. There he is. Levy, level 100, of course. I mean, you know, stats are pretty cool. We never changed it, but I think we EV trained it a little bit now. You know, has a lot of defense. That's not bad. I mean, look at that defense. 243. You kidding me? Some decent attack, decent speed. It's not horrible. It's not horrible. It's not. It's pretty horrible, but it's a lot of it's because of its bug grass typing. I mean, if you get around that, then maybe you find a use for it somewhere. As far as the look of the Pokemon, it's not the worst thing either, I'd say. But yeah, that was their last reward. And then they had the option after they beat the Eevee team. I gave them the option. You could either keep going through the singles, battles, or you could try your hand at the doubles. Then I wanted to beat the Eevees first though, and they did, and they tried that. They wanted to go doubles, which I don't blame them. And they actually came close the first couple times because I had to remember how to use my team. And also they have a huge advantage being that it's the team I used against Crispin, so it's a lot of water and ground type, and they know that now. They knew it going in, they also know it is specifically what the team is now. Oh no, we made these guys disperse, whoops. Oh well. I did kind of like that one more than the other place, but we have other options. Whatever, that was worth it. It was worth going the whole way through it. Yeah, they got beat pretty hard though by the double battle team. And it wasn't even the right team because I couldn't remember the sixth part of the team until later. The Rotom, one of the most important parts of every team in those upcoming ones, the Blueberry Elite Four teams. I think they'll be, and I think I have like their first, or either depending on which one they beat first, it's their either first or second Poliwag reward. So I'm going to give them 2 so they can get both Politoed and Poliwrath. And yeah, that's the double battle reward, I believe, and I can't remember what they could have gotten after if they would have stuck with the singles. I think they're going to try the single battles again next time, so I'd imagine. They'll probably want to try the doubles a little more, but then I'm sure they'll go back to singles. If they can't do it, they'll go back. They might, I mean, they came pretty close. If they just build their team to go around the water and the ground type I have, then that's what makes these teams really easy. The only thing they have, the thing that makes it harder than at least the ones they've fought so far, double battles for one, and they don't yet understand all the roles, not the roles, but they don't understand all the main tactics used in double battles quite yet. To them, Pokemon's still just all about like straight up damage attacks, and that's it. And my younger nephew still like chuckles whenever I use reflective light screen because it doesn't do anything in his mind. Now finally my older nephew, and I believe after watching some of the Let's Go Pikachu series, it helped him understand it more because I do it myself and I explain what's happening and then they see it in action and all that. But he now understands that a reflecting light screen, and whenever my younger nephew saw it happen, my Sylveon put it up and he's like, it didn't do anything. And he's like laughing or whatever. My older nephew's sitting next to him watching, he's like, yes it did. Pay attention or something. Funny, but yeah, so they're learning. They don't quite get it yet. That's one big thing, but they have. If they just put a bunch of electric and like, I guess some water types themselves on the team or something, electric and grass, they just destroy it. So there's that. But yeah, so if that was Poliwag was the reward for that level. It's technically level 16. And if they went on to the level 17, which is after the evolution one, they could have won themselves a shiny Finizen. I know that's one that they saw and they liked because it is cool. And then there's of course Palafin. They were a little disappointed with Palafin when they finally got their Palafin, their Finizen evolved, and I don't blame them also because you have to be able to. If you want to see how cool he can look, you gotta like be able to use him in battle. We'll see if maybe I can use him in doubles later on or something. Actually, I might even put him in one of the later single battle teams. I don't know. You may have noticed because I just showed these earlier. A bunch of the ones I'm using are from level 8 and 9 teams here. But yeah, we have level 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 there. Level 6 was the evolution. 7 is right here. That's the next team up. And we have 8 here, which is these guys, these 3 plus these 2, along with Mochian. And then that's whenever we start adding one of these Ruinous in. I think maybe actually, that's why there's 2 spots here. The level 10 team, not counting Kilowattrel. This level 10 team is these 4. And I believe it might actually be 2 Ruinous with them. I'm pretty sure maybe we go Chiyu and... might be Chiyu and Tinglu. I can't remember now for sure. But anyway, those are the 10 teams. And you may have noticed that I didn't use like any of the, well, some of them I guess, like Dragonite of course, and things that are like actually used in competitive. I tried to keep them out so I could use them later in some actually really good teams with some real team structure, team composition, team synergy. We have like Cloyster, even for singles. We have Volcarona would have been something that could be used later, of course. All the Ruinous Pokemon. Some of these might come back into play. Like just because I used them doesn't mean I can't use them anymore. But I am trying to just kind of spread it out, use as many different Pokemon as I can, so they get an idea of like, yeah, there's a lot of strong Pokemon out there, and then there's also a lot that are cool but maybe not amazing. And if you just found, as they are finding, you just kind of use the pseudo legendaries and stuff and you get through pretty much everything. But then, of course, typing matters, and these are all the things that I'm trying to teach them through these battles. Typing matters, but then, of course, you can get around that as well sometimes if you just have the pseudo legendaries and they're trained the right way. So that's why stats and training the stats correctly matters and all that stuff. And they're definitely learning. I'm impressed with their progress so far. They're right on track, I would say. Right on track where I thought they'd be. Now we didn't get as many battles in as I thought we would before they ended up getting the DLC and then beating it. I was kind of hoping that we would be through, like, I don't know, the Evolution team and even the level 7 team into the Ruinous Pokemon team, perhaps by the time they got that, did a bunch of double battles and stuff. But now they already did all that, and so it's kind of like, yeah, you do whatever. If you guys want to do the double battles, we do that. But I think they're going to want to go back to singles, and I don't blame them. Singles are fun too, in their own way. Doubles are probably just more exciting. I think pretty much everybody would agree with that. But I don't think that makes singles bad, necessarily. Or necessarily, like, just outright worse in every way. In fact, singles, I think, lets you use a lot more Pokemon that just can't really compete. The same way that doubles allows you to use some Pokemon that can't compete in singles, honestly. A lot of those being those, like, super uber support Pokemon that you just wouldn't even dream of using unless you got doubles, and then all of a sudden it's like incredible. All right, I did say I was going to go get some coffee a while back, didn't I? So I guess I should do that. Okay, maybe we'll do a battle or two when I come back. I don't know. Maybe we're still training some of these guys, but we have plenty of other Pokemon we can use again. Not the ones I was just showing you. What we're working on here are these 3 speedsters. Those are the ones that just do this. There you go. These 3 we're working on. Let's see where are they at experience-wise? How many do I have here? 16. Oh, yeah. Okay, fine. I'll put Iron Valley just a little ahead of you guys. Oh, way ahead. Sorry. That's fine. Kind of caught him up there. All right. Let's go get some coffee, I guess. I don't see any little shiny pluses around here. Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, again, probably just getting the bad spot. Do we have any other ones we can hunt? Where was that other one? Isn't there one more somewhere? This one? That one seems bad. This one right here. That could be on the mountain. I don't know if that's in or outside, so that could actually be not terrible if it's outside. On top of the mountain. Inside, I think it just makes it a little harder to see. Okay, we'll just do this one then, if it's out here. Either way, honestly, it's probably better. What was the item? What? I picked it up, didn't I? That's weird. You know. Alright, yeah. Yep, this'll do. I'll take the snow. I'll take the blizzards. This should be very, very easy to see any shinies. Let's definitely not mess this one up. I want to keep hunting this one after we get to the end. After I get some coffee. And hopefully while we're hunting it, we just find our shiny finally. And I can go back because here's our list, our lineup so far from today. Not bad, actually. We got our Palmy, we got our Pachirisu. Got to go back, maybe get a Morpeko. Didn't love the spot we had there, but we can find a better one, maybe. Got our Plusle, and then we already got an Execute. That's pretty awesome. Not much left. BRB. Then we'll just do whatever. If you guys want to group up, come chill. We'll do some BBQs, get some group quests done. Let me know. I'll be right back. Just stay tuned. Alright, we're back. Sydney's got her cookie. He's happy for now. And we are knocking out the rest of these Plusle. Hopefully getting our first shiny one. It's crazy. Super unlucky here. Hey, Pop. Coming back up now. Yeah. Yeah. Good. All right. We just barely started this one, so we have a while to go through it. I think it was just hunting something here. Oh, I think it was a Sandshrew outbreak. I think the exact same spot. No luck with that. Be another good one. Any of those exclusives, always good ones to get. Oh, wait a second. Never mind, that's a Chimchar. Like, that looks darker than usual. That's why. Yeah, my left contact's still kind of messing with me. We'll have these gaming glasses on again. I think it's the contacts more than anything, unfortunately. They're new ones. They don't work very well. Some kind of special type. They're special, alright. But they always say, never trust them when they say it's some special type of something. Probably just some way to try to get you to spend more money. And it's probably going to work worse, so go with the tried and true, right? Why are you licking yourself? Again, I thought about maybe doing some battles. I don't know. We're here. We're hanging out in Blueberry if anyone wants to group up. Maybe next time, as we're now training these guys up, these future Paradox Pokemon, maybe next time we'll have some actual battles. We'll do some battles and maybe even do some ranked with them. Once we try them out a little bit. Our double bike combo with a full Paradox team. That's what we're going to go with because it's easy. It's easy to think of. And we'll start with that, and then, you know, from there we can adapt it. Add in Pokemon from the DLCs. Ogerpon probably somewhere as well, just because it's Ogerpon. I mean, there's 3 Pokemon for you right there, our double bike plus Ogerpon. GG. We could probably go the Rock Ogerpon in singles. You quit it? Yeah, you. Yeah, you. Oh. Just facing it is, if they're facing like a slightly different direction, sometimes it's really hard to tell if they're shiny or not. But again, we are looking for a darker one, so bear that in mind. Not seen anything like that. Again, this is like probably the 7th outbreak, the 7th Plusle one I've looked at. None yet. Got our mine and then the first one. Right, definitely getting lower. We want to keep this one. Looky over there. There's a potential, because I am going out today in a bit here. I'm going to see if maybe we were talking about TCG earlier. I'm going to see if maybe I can get lucky, score something that's not a terrible... Like, if the places I check, if I find stuff, it's going to be MSRP, so that's why I'm just going to be pretty much... If I find something, I'm pretty much going to snag it up, I would imagine. I just never find anything at these smaller places near me that I check, because I'm not going to go out of my way, again, like I said, to end up finding nothing or finding basically nothing. And like some places that are a little farther away from me that might have some stuff, they would actually mark their stuff up in store. So sometimes, not always, sometimes. Someday if I make my way out that direction, I'll check again. You know, I'll always check if I find myself around something. But that being said, I am going to be close maybe to something. I might end up stopping at the store or something. Maybe we'll see. Store, and then I'll make it DG, and we'll see if the DG I go to ends up having something. If they do, then hey, look at that. Boom. Got something. And if I get something, guys, you know I'll open it for you. You know I'll open it for you. I'd love to find some more Journey Together. I guess people aren't like super crazy about it, although then I heard that people were kind of starting to appreciate it a little more, just not because it has like a ton of crazy cards, but because of the pull rate not being so horrific. But we'll see. We'll just have to see. I haven't even had it. I had a little bit of Prismatic Evolutions, nowhere near what I wanted. That actually was where our whole TCG thing blew up, was Prismatic Evolutions, just like most other people probably. Luckily, we're transitioning nicely already into, oh, there we go, into the video game, and here we are. Video game to me is true Pokemon anyway, even though the trading card game is amazing. I love the collection aspect of it, and the battling, don't get me wrong. And see, eventually my nephews and I will get back into some TCG battles and, you know, more of that stuff. Maybe we'll even, you know, again, I said maybe we'll go back into doing some singles collecting. There's other things we can do. We don't have to just buy the newest stuff all the time. We can let the crazy people be crazy, and just wait, and maybe find something else that's normal priced in the meantime. That's the problem though, is finding anything that's normal priced. Thus, we do singles, or I find, you know, randomly around me somewhere something at MSRP. But yeah, and again, who knows? Maybe that'll be today. Maybe they'll do a, I don't even know. Maybe I'll do it on a Sunday or something. There's some day we don't do anything, right? Or I'll use it for Poke-Rips, whatever it is. Bring back some Poke-Rips. Alright, let's, I feel like these guys are a little too tiny for my liking for doing the fly around method. I love flying around, that's my favorite way to hunt, but I think we're just going to stand here-ish. Man, they are hard to see. Is that a... No, he's just closer to me. Is that why he seems like he's darker? I don't see any shinies, I don't think. That guy's not even... Nah. Okay, stand right about here, I think. And we will picnic our way through. Alright, 1 second. Yeah, nowadays, Outbreak-wise, I talked about, obviously, evolutions. I meant to mention the other thing we're working on, specifically first, kind of, our shiny-wise, is getting all our starter shinies. That is every evolution of each one, so 3 of each, at least, because then, of course, we also want 1 on each character to use. That's kind of the one with the OTs on those characters though, so it's a matter of time for those last ones where we're doing our living decks. I'm kind of a little less worried about who's getting it as long as we got enough. So from there it's just about okay, well, whoever gets the most, and then if we get, say we have 3, or like for starters we have like, you need 3 obviously for the decks, and then 2 more, 1 for each of my versions. So say we have like 4 on one and 1 on the other guy. Well, then you just use 3 in the decks from one character, and let the guy that caught the one singular one just use that one for his. That's kind of the goal here at this point. Not too much. The rate you find shinies, it seems pretty doable. So those 2 evolutions, and that's going to be a little easier. We can, in fact, finish that anytime if I wanted to cheat and use my shiny Eevees, but I don't want to. I want to keep my shiny Eevees as Eevees. And just to wait till we find the Jolteon, Leafeon, and Sylveon Outbreaks. They take a long time, that's for sure, to spawn in. I've never seen them yet. Other than that, and the starters, which will take a little longer, but it's actually going quite well. We are then afterward going to, well, I guess kind of simultaneously. The other thing I'm sort of focusing on is the exclusive Pokemon. Get those out of the way. It's also nice, I don't know, it's kind of blueberry stuff whenever it's time for blueberry stuff. Maybe go back and do a lot of the Paldea stuff whenever we can, but blueberry stuff anytime that there's, especially like here today on these days when there's a potential to hang out, especially are hanging out and doing some BBQs together and racking up those group quests, or those coins, and then leading to some group quests. If you guys want to do that, feel free to holler. Give a holler. We'll group up. Nope. Guys, I'm just sitting here rambling. I almost probably knocked all of these guys out again. It's fine if we do. There's plenty to go around, but I do sort of like this area. Wait. Ah, wow, that's a little harder, I would say, than the mining, but we found one, finally. Just in time, before I knocked them all out. Yes, I didn't get faked out that time. Haha! Hello there, Plusle. It's about time you showed up. I mean, it's kind of easy to see, but with all the weather effects, it makes it a little harder. Just a more saturated version of Plusle, pretty much. There it is. That's literally all it is. And you never know until you get them in reality, in the actual game, what they're gonna look like. But there it is. Yeah, pretty much just darker / more colored to it. That's such a good picture. That's so good. Every time, man. These things sleep so much. There's a wild Pokemon right next to you and you don't even care. But yeah, I'd say it's a not exactly easy one, but let's keep looking for more. Again, at this point, yeah, I'm partial to grouping up and doing a bunch of BBQs. I grind out a bunch of BP right now because we are I don't know, we're pretty good on the shiny. Oh yeah, you know what I didn't do? I said we might do between streams, and I did not. Yet I could do it right now. We have plenty of like end game stuff to do. In this character, I need all the group quests still from Snacksworth. All his snacks still. It's so much harder to tell now. I don't have mine out. The ones in the dark. No, it did look a little different than that one. Not different enough though. in that one. No, we already looked at them too, huh? Yeah, these guys are a little tough. I don't know if I mean, I don't know. This is still probably the easiest place. The polar biome is probably the easiest place to spot them, so. Not too bad. What was I like right? Isn't there a... Is it right here? Yeah, not only do we have just, I was gonna go maybe even do these solo snacks here. Got a bunch of these. In fact, yeah, I don't know, I don't have any of these done yet. We have 13 snacks, all the solo ones there. So we could go, I know where some of them are already. We got some on Scarlet. Not all of them though. Yeah, this is one of those more, it seems a little more tedious than some of the other hunts, perhaps. Just because of how hard they are to see. We got one, I'm happy with that. I think maybe I'll come back to this myself later. This is like trying to hunt, not as bad, but it would be like hunting Veluza. I'm not going to do that for you guys, because that seems like, I don't know, maybe you guys would enjoy that. Maybe you guys would enjoy seeing me attempt to hunt Veluza. Let's see. While we're here, we'll get Articuno, Zapdos, Moltres. That was what I was going to do over the week. Get birds. Amelia, what's up? What's up? It's going well. How about you? Let's see what we're going to use here. Good, good, good. Welcome. I don't know if I have you been to the stream before? Welcome if not. Work for streamers? You mean like art and stuff? Yeah. Yeah, I mean if you want to like join the Discord, the link's in the description. You're free to do that, and then you can either send it directly to me that way or post it to the Discord. I think there might be a channel for artwork, a text channel for it. You can post it straight into there. Yeah, absolutely. If that's what you're talking about. Yeah, let's use one more potion. Might as well. Good enough. This isn't our hard mode run, so we're safe. We're safe. This is a safe place. Until we go down to the Veluza outbreak, of course. Right out here. Alright, this is going to be ridiculous. We'll see how long this lasts. Add me on Discord? Yeah, that works. That works. I will check it out. Thank you. Oh, yep, this is not gonna be easy. As long as we get one, we can get this started. Maybe we just get lucky and find one really fast. This is not something I'm too concerned, at least for now. Maybe we'll get some in the future just randomly, but for now I'm not concerned about getting extras of these at all. If I can get one for the living dex, I'd be happy. And also luckily here, because it's laggy enough, luckily we can't like glitch out our auto battle Pokemon like in Kitakon, like in the DLC areas they can glitch out. Fortunately, we got to keep these guys close enough to him for him to have something to attack. Go. Okay, wait a second. Wait a sec. Oh no. Almost got too close to the water. Got a few of them in there though. That wasn't too bad. If we can get to the point with Fly, it actually, the ability to Fly makes this much more possible than it was in the past. Get a really quick auto battle in here. Every time, right as soon as you're coming out is whenever they like to charge you. So you have no chance. Where are we now? I can try to time it. Oh, the lag though. Everything seems calm for now. And then one comes shooting in. Salamence, what are you doing, bro? Bull Breaker, yeah, laggy, intimidate. Yep, we get it. The lake is the Casseroya lag over here. And yeah, there's a bunch of Veluza, and they're all standing on top of us. This is whenever it becomes an issue. We're literally standing on top of the thing that we're battling. I don't think we're going to be able to run away from this thing right now. Wait, what? What? Oh no, did we just break our game? Stuck on a Veluza. I should have never come to this outbreak. I knew it. Okay, surely this one will jump away from it, or we'll just knock the thing out, I guess. Hey, there we go. Okay, there we go. Normal. It's fine. I wouldn't mind getting that extra EV anyway. You guys are about to start getting knocked out the way this is going. Every time. You know what I mean? Every time. Get out of here. Luckily, the game lagged so long that he swam off of us, so it worked out. Go, Salamence. Do something. Yes. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Gotta stay close to Salamence. Gotta stay close enough for the Veluza to catch us, to want to catch us. Start swarming. There we go. Keep at it there, Salamence. Good. The lag doesn't help. The lag does not help at all. Okay, I think we got it. Figured it out. It shouldn't take too long to knock them all out, right? I'm just really hoping we get lucky and a shiny one just pops up soon. It'd be a great time for a sandwich if we had some herbs. Some nice herbs and spices. Oh no! We're good. Oh no, the Gyarados! Yeah. And Salamence, why'd you stop, bro? Keep battling. The lag makes it too hard because it takes like a minute to hit the water, to get up onto the top of the water, and then to get a chance to jump again. It's like, hey, not fun. But at least there's no weather effects right now. Let's count our blessings. Speaking of, really close to noon, isn't it? Salamence, please, no? Okay. You need to attack stuff, dude. Yeah, we're 10 minutes off. You need to attack the thing, more than just one of them, please. Yeah, there's a very small, if you guys didn't know this by now, like like a very small range around your Pokemon, within which they will attack another Pokemon, auto battle the next thing that is. So kind of all right whenever you do get them swarming like that, if you can stay just above like we were trying there. And now, nope, nope, oh yes, we did it. Okay, we threw off their charges by sprinting and then stopping suddenly. Now we got a bunch of non-Veluza. Oh, Gyarados, your head's too big. Yeah, come on, work your way over here, Salamence. Come on, don't be like that. There you go. Okay, now I get our Veluza over here, I guess, since... Aha! He's not moving. Come on, work with me here, Salamence, a little bit. Can you move at all? There you go. Oh, sorry, Pop. Wake them up. Be angry. Starting to go down. All right. Great. How many? What does that mean? Is that? It seems like 20 for that first message. To me, it seems like it's 20 per message. If that's the case, what all the data says is that 30 plus and 60 plus are whenever you get the two different increases in shiny odds, which means that the first increase, the second increase, the final one, that is second of two, comes once you hit that third message, right? As soon as you hit that third one that says there's not many of whatever left in the outbreak, not many Pokemon left in the outbreak, that's whenever you have the best odds. But the first time that it goes up, it seems like it's in between the first and second message then, because if it's at 30, well, that's 10 into the second message. So I don't know, is that what it is? So you kind of just have to count them if you wanted to get the first boost. You kind of just have to count how many you got. I don't know if that's right or not, but I have it on my phone. I've seen it other places. It seems to be what everything says, 30 plus and 60 plus. And just from my knocking things out, I don't know, it seems to me like it takes about 60 to get to that last message. Can we get, if we keep on this route, this track right here we're on, keep on this track, let's go over here, Veluza. Over here. Oh, I think he gave up. I think he gave up trying, yep. Alright. Here we go. Oh no. That worked. Okay, cool. I think we're getting close. If that is the case, 30 plus. I think we're getting pretty close to that 30. I'd be happy with that. Guess I can keep attempting afterward. But then I guess at least definitely by the time you get that second of 3 messages, that should definitely mean you have the increase, the first of 2 increases. Also kind of despawning a bunch of them, I guess, at the same time. So, I mean, we're hunting pretty well. Well, we're about to hit the water. Yep. I'm doing pretty good there, though. Salamence is hanging in there. Health-wise, right? Oh, yeah. Full health. Always start knocking them out whenever we run into them like this. Go, go. Takes too long to start the auto battle. Again, it's this It's this lag, it makes everything take like an extra second at least. That starts stacking up. Ouch. Am I seeing things? Are my eyes deceiving me? Or is there something different about that one over in the top right? Yeah. 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 Just couldn't see the purple. Hi there, Veluza. Man. These things are crazy. They're such a crazy Pokemon. Like to hit that second message soon here. I think we'll stop hunting over that. I don't know if I'll even hunt them anymore after that. I might just, not like hunt them auto battle wise. I think I might just keep it at that and then just kind of wander around. If I do come back to this spot, probably just look for them at that point with the slightly lower odds than we could get. Because I don't know, don't really want to continue dealing with this. Who would, right? So there's harder hunts. Maybe not ones that take so much micromanaging, but ones that take more time, I'm sure, like the but something we'll be working on, especially if we get the elite quest to hatch eggs, our Masuda method. There it is, nice. Okay. Looks like Salamence just gave up right after that as well. Didn't have anything else to hit. Let's get out of here. I don't see any shiny Salamence, do you? If there was one, I think we would see him pretty easily because he'd be charging us with his green fins instead of his purple fin. Very, very easy to spot, very different. I guess I didn't mention that in case you didn't know. It has like bright green fins instead of bright purple fins. I mean, once you're done with that part, once we get them hunted down, they're not too hard to dodge. And plus, when you can, I don't know, they're kind of easy to despawn as well. This is really not the worst hunt, is it? And to be honest, as much as I hate hunting on the lake, as much as I complain about it, it is normally one of the better spots just because it's always wide open. The problem with Veluza, of course, is this. Getting back out of the battle. Might as well battle it, though. Alright, I don't see any other shinies spawned in here. I'm going to just fly out this area. And let's go... Got another Dedenne here. I've got a Dedenne from the event. We got one a while back. Random. Well, not a while back. Whenever I was hunting Eevee, I found one. There's this one, yeah. There's that, and there was the one in the desert, yeah. Both of which are not very good. These guys are really low level. Yeah, I think I'm just going to wait on that one. Or Pekka, we just gave up on, huh? No, we didn't give up on it. We hunted it to the end and then didn't find one. So let's go back there and try to find one of those. Then we'll have all the event ones that we did hunt down, other than, again, Dedenne, because it wasn't we didn't have any good ones. I can come back to these. I can go back to Veluza. I can go back to Execute. All kinds of options now. Dewpider wasn't amazing, so we didn't really do that one. No pun intended. Right next to the Outbreak already. But of course, it's got to be raining. Why not? There we go. Noontime. Angela's time. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. The angel of the Lord declared unto Mary, and she conceived of the Holy Spirit. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou among women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners, now and at the hour of our death. Amen. Behold the handmaid of the Lord. Be it done unto me according to thy word. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou among women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners, now and at the hour of our death. Amen. And the Word became flesh and dwelt among us. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou among women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners, now and at the hour of our death. Amen. Pray for us, O Holy Mother of God, that we may be made worthy of the promises of Christ. Let us pray. Pour forth, we beseech thee, O Lord, thy grace into our hearts, that we, to whom the incarnation of Christ thy Son was made known by the message of an angel, may by his passion and cross be brought to the glory of his resurrection, with the same Christ our Lord. Amen. In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Amen. Yeah, it's a little warmer out now, so I don't really need the knit hat anymore, but whatevs, it's here. Yeah, I already hunted this one down. We don't need to knock anything out anymore. Anywhere, really. Speaking of, what do we got? What we got going on here? Anybody end up finishing? Ooh, yes. Look at you, Klobitzer. Alright, it's time. Time for you to finish being built. You didn't get full defense. Means we gotta do this. Luckily, we got all kinds of stuff on this character. This guy's, oh yeah, he's stacked. Other guys probably got a good bit of Kelpsies and Hundus. The only things we're really lacking on here. But what we'd do is go Palmeg, make sure he's clear in all these. Can't go any lower. No attack on you. Can't go any lower. Defense is what we're training. Special attack we are training. Special D. Lost some. Do it again. Can't go any lower. And then speed. Lost some. And can't go any lower. Alright, now go to our a lot of feathers. See how many resist feathers he needs. 38. Alright, I guess we can do 38. That seems like a lot, but that's alright. We have a lot less of those now. Obviously, we were doing well on all of them until then. That's all he needs for that, and then we'll put in... We might as well give him some... Either... Probably not speed. Speed's probably useless here, so let's give him Spadef. Obviously, he needs his nature change too, but that's okay. We'll give him Spadef. Get back to our feathers. Lever feather. No. And what is that total? 7, I think we need on it. Oh, 6. Yeah. All right, he's done. In you go. You belong here. And now, you're not done. I don't think we're done with this guy. Yeah, now you can come out and play. There we got your item. Yep. And you probably still need it close to finishing. Oh, okay, we gotta finish him, or change his around. You now want... I'm going to give him defense, I think. Going to give him a bunch of D. Why not? Anybody holding one here? Keep those. There you go. Take that. All right. Not shiny. Pretty. The shinies are pretty easy to see. Don't really have to. Shouldn't have to zoom in for them. another one down. So 2 more for that battle team, and they'll be ready to go. And it's just a very passive process, obviously. Getting those EVs while we're shiny hunting. Gotta love it. Hey, what's up, Troy? Yeah, hunting some shinies, doing the events, doing some other ones here and there. But yeah, I figured I'd knock the events out. Couldn't get any really good shiny rolls this morning, so settled on. Let's see anything here. Settled on. It's like execute Dupiter. Well, we actually did the execute one. We passed it up. There we go. Got our execute pretty quickly. That was fun. Might go back for more of those. Got a bunch of other interesting outbreaks. Got a Palmy early, then we got our Pachirisu. We just kind of did one of every outbreak as we went through the event outbreaks. Didn't do a day to day because we didn't have any good ones, so I skipped that one. And yeah, got Pachi. Didn't get our Morpeko yet. That's why we're here. Took a while to find Plusle. I did a bunch of Plusle hunts, and then I went to mine and found one pretty quick, and then went back to Plusle. Finally found one, and so now came back to Morpeko here. That'll be one of each. Not worried about Dedenne. Well, I'll get one at least of that. I already have one on this character, but we're gonna have a bunch of these, a bunch of every shiny. Here's the boxes, the giveaway box for our giveaways that we do today. So it's right. Where'd it go? Oh, it's on this side then. Yeah. There's the giveaway box. A shiny Umbreon and a shiny Vaporeon also should be in the box, as well as pretty much every event outbreak right now, every event Pokemon right now. First playthrough of Scarlet, you had a shiny Weasel. Nice! Like your first shiny ever. Very cool. Very cool. I was just talking about that earlier because my very first shiny was on Fire Red version, and it was an Execute. And this is my first shiny Execute on this game. It's in fact my first shiny Execute since playing anything other than, you know, way back in the day when Fire Red came out. But yeah, that was my first. I was happy to get another one of them. But yeah, nice Weasel. Yeah, with these event outbreaks, man, the shiny rate is just ridiculous. So never had another shiny in any other games. Yeah, I totally play. These events are nuts. My nephews, they haven't gotten to the point where they can even really hunt the event outbreaks yet, even though they have such great odds. However, my younger nephew did stumble into a Porygon 2 event outbreak and just happened to find one spawn in. So he got really lucky there, but that was good because he's my younger nephew. He'll have a little more trouble spotting the random ones than my older one. He's found it. He actually got a shiny Heracross recently. First one you played was Let's Go Pikachu. Nice. That's a great way to start. A great start. I think it's like the perfect game to begin with, Pokemon-wise now. So it's like a little more simple. It gives you a nice introduction to the original 151. And yeah, I think it's just fantastic. And not only, I mean, I call it simple, but at the same time, I think it's a nice, like, nostalgic change. Because you can play that without abilities. You don't have abilities. You don't have held items. It's like very old school for those reasons. So yeah, I would love to have a family battle league for both our Let's Go. Everyone's pretty much playing Let's Go now in my family. Not everyone, my sister's family, I should say, and then me. And then her boys play Scarlet and Violet. Hopefully everyone else will eventually get to play those as well. They'll share a little more. So we can have a battle league for that too, because I love battling. And I love even watching other people battle. That's always fun. So I hope we can get that going. That's why I have the battle teams for my nephews to go through. My nieces would be allowed to go, would be able to. Maybe I'll even make some for Let's Go. We'll do it on there too. That'd be fun. I just don't have shiny rewards I can give on that game. Or any rewards, really. There's nothing to really award in that. Unless I would do some... There's no way. That's way too much shiny hunting in a game that's too hard to shiny hunt in. Although, we did get some. We did get some. Pikachu, Charizard, Electabuzz, Pidgeot, Gyarados, and Moltres. Nice. Nice. Gyarados, tried and true. I don't want to give away too much, but my playthrough that I did on the channel here, I used throughout most of it. I was using, I should say, throughout all of it, I used Pikachu, Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle. But we're gonna do, the reason I did that was because I also kind of knew that I was gonna do another run. I'm gonna do a hard mode run. It's gonna start actually this coming week. If all goes well, this coming week is the first episode of that going to be released, the hard mode run. And one of the big roles, two of the big roles, I should say, one is that your starter Pokemon is a pacifist, so you can't use your starter Pokemon. And one of the other two big catching roles is that you can't catch the Pokemon from the rare spawn table, and you can't use gift Pokemon, which means there's no using, at least starter Pikachu. You can go catch a Pikachu, that's a different story. Can't use the starter Pikachu or Eevee, and then you cannot use at all Bulbasaur, Charmander, or Squirtle in this run. So I used them this time around. I got my money's worth from those guys, and now this hard mode run is going to be amazing. Just Mega Evolve Charizard and hope for the best. Hey, that is a very legit strat, especially for a first play through the game. I usually end up, like, whenever I play, it's different. Like, this character is actually the first Scarlet and Violet character I played. And it did so much shiny hunting, and it went so methodically and slowly through the game. I just could use whatever I wanted at any point and just destroy anything, because everything was... I usually tend to just out-level everything when I play, because I explore a lot and battle everything. And yeah, so I end up with some pretty high levels. Now it's a whole lot different whenever we're doing like Sword right now, because I'm trying to go a little quicker through, although we're still doing really well level-wise. Oh, there we go. Nice. Thank you, Amelia. I just saw your messages come in on Discord. I will check those after the stream. Absolutely. We're going to be on for a little longer. I can only really go till 1 today, unfortunately. We got about an hour left, a little less. Can't believe we haven't found any more Peko yet. I already have like 4 on my other character from the event. But yeah, that run is going to be super fun. I already started recording it. It's already been super fun. Hope a lot of you out there join me in it. Let me know your results once it starts and once you see all the rules. Going to the movies today. Nice, nice. I have my cousin's graduation party today. I'll be going to that after this. Yeah, what are you going to see? Training Dragon. Nice, nice. Yeah, I was wondering how that would be. I gotta rewatch the old one. That might be something my nephews would like. Speaking of things my nephews would like, and maybe, again, you guys would like, we're getting closer, I'm hoping, to being able to test some of our own tabletop games. Not on the channel per se, but at least as a community. Probably through Discord, through Tabletop Simulator, which is through Steam, and probably other ways you can probably get that, but I'll be using it through Steam, and I can also get people in without them having Tabletop Simulator as long as they have Steam. I can invite up to 3, I believe, to play along with me, to test these games out. So that's something I'm hoping we can do in the near future, so that we can actually release these games for real. And then when that happens, I might even try to set up around the same time, set up a Kickstarter or something for Nerds Templar Games. See if we can't make this thing a reality. Some of these awesome board games I have, you guys have no idea what is to come, and it's just going to get even better whenever I get other minds helping me create them. It's just going to get so much better. So your friend says a lot like the original. Nice, nice. You can go make your lunch. All right, I'll see you in a little bit. Yeah, that's going to be some good stuff. And in fact, guys, I don't know. The goal, I think, would be that, like, Tabletop Simulator is great. And I do, with the goal is to make board games, tabletop games that people can actually come together and play. Hey, there you are. It's about time. So yeah, it is like for like being in person with one another, but test wise that's different, and playing it as a community online, that's also different. I want to make ways for us to do that. Tabletop Simulator gives us that opportunity, but if if we do, hopefully it does happen and we do grow to the point where we can just have our own apps, sort of our own application in general, maybe with all our board games, simulated versions of them for online play. I don't think it's that difficult. A lot of games do that actually. Obviously, they have more funds, perhaps. For now, we'll see. See how it all goes, guys. It could be the Lord's will. We'll see. I guess I don't have to hunt another one of these now. We got one of each. Pretty good. Not bad. It's a start. What I say? Another Annihilate. Where should we go to next? We could always do the Rufflet. Haven't gone down to the Rufflet yet. Get that one knocked down to the end. An easy one. It's also right next to us. I'm kind of tempted to just find more Pachis. Because they're so great. Of course, so is +1 Minot. That takes twice as long. Well, it takes even longer than that because Plusle just doesn't like to come out for us. I say that, and then again, I had the whole. It was like an off stream, but I'm gonna probably try to do it more often. Hey, what's up? What's up? Welcome back. I'll probably try to do those more often in the early mornings, or even sometimes in the later evenings whenever I'm just kind of hanging out on my own. I might just stream shiny hunting or stream whatever I'm doing. No camera, no mic, just the game, just chilling. Do that more often, but we were doing that a couple days ago in the morning. Oh, hey there, one more. And I was hunting Mischievous, I was hunting Braviary. I think that was it, right? I believe that's all. Maybe I tried the events a little bit in between, but because there was a sandstorm when I went to go to the Braviary in the daytime, and then whenever it hit night, I would go to Mischievous. In an hour and a half, I think 2 nights worth of hunting, I found no Mischievous. Later that day, I went for some Mischievous. One night's worth of hunting, I found 4 of them. Of course, it happened off stream. It couldn't happen while I was streaming it. But I still catch them. I still catch them on recording here. I've been doing this every time now. So, anytime. There's our awesome picture. That was fantastic. Not a battle, just our Plusle, our shiny Plusle, our actual one. I caught it at that point, standing in front of us, facing another Plusle that happened to be looking at us. Just a perfect picture. This was one of the earlier outbreaks I had whenever I was cycling through to see if I could get something good. Another time I had an execute. That was again this morning when I was trying to find some good stuff, and it was like, wow, they're all right there. Some of those would have been some good hunts actually. I like that mine and down in the polar area there, and those other Plusle in the polar biome. Those are both probably pretty good. Anyway, yeah, this is what I do. I do the encounter of the shiny. This is on Scarlet version. So the encounter of the shiny, wherever it happens, I guess it would happen to it because it just reports the last 30 seconds. So wandering around, and then whenever I happen to see it here somewhere. Oh, that was the shiny Slugma. That's right. So I record up to whenever I am about to hit the shiny, and then I record whenever I actually catch it, which I guess would be the next one. No. Oh, that was a Pachiro suit. But yeah, so I record both of those parts, and I'm going to put all that. That's the video that needs to come out next after the next water trainer video that's behind. But I got to get the monthly off-stream hunts video out. It's really not that much to make. I just kind of have to piece all those little videos together, which also really isn't that much. Maybe do a little voiceover. I'll probably talk over it just mention what's happening in the video. That's about it. They're not going to be too long, and it's going to be chock full of different shinies. A bunch of shinies I found randomly hunted off stream, off video. Could be some. I think they're going to be some cool videos, and it's gonna. The reason I did it is because I was like, I don't know if I'm going to do this living ShinyDex. The way it's happening so far, about half of the shinies I get are off stream and off video, so I might as well like record it, or at least record the clips of me getting them so you can at least see it happen somewhat. Don't need these Sudowoodo. I already got Bonsly and Pseudo. Someday we'll probably get even more of them randomly, and then I'll maybe use those, but that's not something as much as I want to have one of everything to use, as well as have one of everything in the living decks. Not one of like, I don't need a Bonsly, but at least a Sudowoodo. That's something I would get later, or just hope I find a shiny or a random one. Oh, see you later, man. Thanks for chilling. I might be playing Arceus tomorrow, but if not, I'll be here Monday, Wednesday, Friday for hard mode playthrough. Tuesday and Thursday for our sword playthrough. And then back for Saturday chilling. And hopefully in the meantime, a bunch of videos will come out. I'll catch you later. Yeah, you have a good one too. Peace. Enjoy the video. The video, the movie, that is. Yeah, we'll, I don't know, maybe we'll hunt this Volibee Outbreak a little bit after hunting it down to the end. I think we're looking for one with like a really red head. I don't know, my nephews, my sister and their families, they're out of town right now. Maybe for the rest of the weekend. I think they're going to be back Sunday, I guess tomorrow, maybe. We'll see. I'd like to use, what is that? What is that? Oh, Shinx. I would like to use these elite quests with somebody else, with other people, instead of just doing them. So we can get a group quest. Because again, I literally have basically 3 ready to go right there. Craft a TM. I have 2. I need 2 more to get it all filled up for 3. Craft a TM is one of them. Even if someone at any point pops in, if you got online capabilities and you're chilling, playing some Scarlet or Violet, let's group up for a second. Get a very quick group quest if we do. As long as we can do the group quest quick, that is. That's what it comes down to mostly. Getting a little better at hunting those Ditto blocks down though. Now that I'm starting to understand all the roles to them. How they work, where they spawn. So yeah, if not Arceus tomorrow, I'm thinking something else is going to definitely come out this weekend. The water type challenge video. If not something else, that is. Check that out. It hasn't been watched too much. I can understand that. Once it gets rolling, hopefully people will start picking it up. And like I mentioned earlier, we have some non-Pokemon related stuff, and in some cases, some non-game related things that will also be coming. And all depends on how much I can do. As usual, that's really what everything comes down to. How much can I do? It's the life of an entrepreneur, I guess, right? That's one thing about shiny hunting. I will say. Depending on how it's done, because I can also, a lot of the time, I can just say whatever, I don't care, and I'm just going to do it on stream, and that'll give me content. But like, if I'm off channel trying to do some shiny hunting, like for the events or whatever, trying to get some extra event Pokemon for you guys, something like that. What? Oh, okay, it's an Earthworm. Yeah. If it's really not, if RNG is really not going my way, then it starts becoming like, yeah, quite the burden. Being like, waiting on some rolls, waiting on that chance to come. When you got bad luck like me, it's even worse. Oh, hey puppy. Resituating yourself. Don't worry, it won't be too much longer. Like it's it's like a potentially rainy day today. Hello. What? You don't have to leave. Do it. Switching sides, of course. What do you think? Ugh. Plug yourself in. What's not her? I don't know if you can hear her or not, or her hops. Or I think we're looking for about that color though. Oh, that just give us the there's not many left message. Yep. Okay. Should probably look it up just in case. Pseudo Wudo. Like at the end, or there he is. Oh yeah, he also has a white shell. White shell and a actually more like a pinkish head. More like a hot pink head rather than a dull pink head. Close look. All right, that's what the white looks like without it being shiny. We got to be looking for one that's like as white as the shiny Morpeko stripe, like very eggshell white. It's an eggshell after all. Might kind of look like one of those little stones. Yeah, not quite gonna look like the Earthworm head. About the same hue, maybe just different shade, because it's gonna be more pink. So we're not even close to where are we? Maybe they clash enough with the ground we can see them while we fly. Is it? No. It's not like a big difference. Again, I think probably is more of a difference in the game than it is in that picture I looked at. It does tend to be a little more deceiving, although the Plusle was pretty close. It would have been nice to get a few of those shiny Rufflet last time during that one of those last hunts we did. Really looking forward to sending some of those over to Arceus and getting some Hisuian Braviary shinies. But nope, not yet. Not yet. I have one Rufflet shiny. I could always do it because I do think he's really cool. I might just have to. Oh, okay, that one. That one has to be a shiny, right? That's got to be a shiny. No doubt. Nice, that was quick. We got 2 quick outbreaks done. Crazy. Now you get a luxury ball, hopefully. Hopefully. Yeah, I would say that's distinct enough from the regular one. Catch it pretty easy while we're flying around. That's a good nasty plot Pokemon right there. Animation wise, speaking of good Pokemon, I am making my Pokemon ranking Pokemon in a tier list. That is, putting them in a tier list by popularity, in my own opinion. That's really the best way to say it, is just taking into account everything I think and then saying how much I like a Pokemon, but not ranking them so much as just putting them in a tier list, at least at first. Once we do that, maybe we can take it a step farther and start getting and I can start getting an idea of which are really my favorite Pokemon when I truly think about it, sit down and think about it. Getting kind of close. I think I've gone through all... See, okay, this is the thing, though, with that. I played as a kid the first 4 generations. And I played those 4 pretty heavily. Maybe not 4 as much as the others, but I know a pretty good bit about Gen 4, at least the Pokemon. That's what we're talking about anyway. It's not really so much about the content of the generations themselves. But that being said, sometimes that should play at least a little bit of a part, especially in terms of, like, some Pokemon would have been probably more viable earlier on. Something that I would have maybe used more, and then something cooler may have come out. Something I never used because it came out too late for me as a kid, but something that's just like, I don't know, something that I never used yet because it's not in Gen 9. There's a lot of those Pokemon. Gen 5, 6, 7. And that's why in Gen 8, we're kind of trying to use Gen 8 Pokemon only. The ones that came out then. Because as we work through all the games, I'm going to have the ability to do that with every game. And I was kind of thinking that I was gonna leave Gen 5 open to, like, any generation I can use Gen 5 Pokemon, because I wasn't sure if I would ever play Gen 5, but we don't have them. I have everything but Gen 5. I don't have either Gen 5 game. I'm sorry, like generation of Gen 5, neither the regular or the second, and neither version from either. So, yeah. But I am gonna try to get them. We have a while before that has to happen. Those are the only Pokemon games I basically have to get. Other than that, it would probably be just maybe at some point trying to fill out the collection with the other DS games, but at least I have Soul Silver and I have Diamond, so we can at least do that. I'd love to get Platinum. I'd love to get Hard Gold. Pearl would come after those probably if I would ever get them. It'd be those 3. Yeah, probably in that order. That's all I need. They'll probably fill out. We'll fill out Gen 5 as well if we ever would have a chance. And then we'd be good. We have all the 3DS games right there. All new, wrapped up still, because I just bought them. We're going to play through those eventually. I'm going to get a good, and that's why maybe I'll have to wait on the tier list of popularity for every Pokemon, because I'm going to have to play through those games to get a true idea. Is this another one? No, it would have. I did actually notice that it has a brown, has like some brown ruffle. So, like right below its head should be brown, right? Why does he look shiny? No, just because he's in the dark and alone. Yeah, but again, guys, go check out the community tab. Vote, especially if you're somebody who likes board games, tabletop games. Go vote on what your favorite type of board or tabletop game is, from a list of 3 general or 4 general types of games that might influence which ones I try to finish first. Out of like the more detailed games I have, like there's about a dozen games that are already made that range, that are mostly more simple ones. I'm gonna try to get a good range of games in general, but as far as the more detailed and you know, the ones the more mechanically advanced go, maybe what like your input on the ones that I should focus on first to finish. So let me know. Let me know. That's one of the biggest things I'm curious about. Also curious about other things. You know that if you check out the description in any video, you'll always see a new every month. You'll see a new question pertaining to Pokemon. New Pokepoll of the month every month. This month is about to be over. Well, we're already on a new month, but the message, the Pokepoll of the month, will not change just yet. It'll change soon though. So to go check that out. Check out the ones from the past months as well if you're curious. Answer them in the comments. I always read them. I almost basically always answer every comment unless it doesn't really need an answer. Then I'll just give it a like and a heart. Always curious about your input though, not just your input, but your and feedback, but also just your interests as far as Pokemon go. What kind of Pokemon you like? Which ones you like using? Which ones you maybe don't like? What your favorite games are? Go check out Go check out those questions. Those are the kind of things I'm always curious. Also, I had a very new, interesting idea for a different series that we're definitely going to do, but it's going to take a little time before. It's a Pokemon related one. It's a more gimmicky hard mode. It's not really like a hard mode challenge though. It's kind of just a fun gimmicky thing that I'm going to do, and I think it's going to be awesome. But we need to wait a little bit before we can do it. I will keep you updated on that. And it's something we can maybe even do more than once, especially through different generations. I think it's going to be super great. I think it's going to be amazing. I can't wait to do it. I hope we can do it soon. If you're out there and you have not subscribed, do so. Like the stream as well, like the VOD if you're watching it VOD style. But also subscribe, hit the bell, all those things. It's going to help other people find the channel. Join us, join the community, and grow it. And the faster it grows, the faster we can do even greater and greater and cooler things. So just bear that in mind. Like every other streamer, every other content creator tells you, they all say it because it's true. That's how a channel grows. We grow very slowly, not slowly. I think we grow at a decent pace for how naturally we grow. I don't buy subs. I don't act fake. I don't cater my content to things that'll just get more views. I mean, kind of, obviously. I want people to watch this stuff, so I want to do entertaining things in a certain realm of what we're trying to do here. But the whole goal of the channel is to make wholesome content and to create a wholesome community for, people of goodwill to come together and have a place online where they can feel like they're actually safe from all the craziness out there. And that's what this is. That's what we're trying to do here, and that's why we're trying to create our own content, as well as just showcase in a sense, but also sometimes criticize, but mostly show and frequent those games like Pokemon that are still wholesome enough to for everybody to enjoy. That's one of the biggest reasons I started playing again, because it was something I could play alongside my nephews. And I didn't have to constantly explain things, or just they could at least play it just outright. Most of the games they just can't even play yet, but they can play Pokemon, and we can have fun and hang out, and they can learn a lot from Pokemon, learn a lot from a lot of different games. And again, that's another reason we're making our own games. Test the mind, train the mind. Also, there's another shiny. Nice. But also compete a little bit with some of these other more immoral companies that are out there, Some true trident, some red-blooded American entertainment that's also Catholic in nature, at least in spirit. Doesn't have to be like specific or like explicitly Catholic, but that everything we do has that behind it. It's why we do the Angelus, because we're always streaming through noon every day. And traditionally, at least, Catholics would always say, all Catholics would say the Angelus prayer from at 6 a.m., at noon, and again at 6 p.m. 3 times a day. See how short it is. It takes us, a minute to do it. 3 Hail Marys plus a few extra parts. Just to continually remind yourself throughout the day, every day, the purpose for being here at all, the reason why we exist, the whole meaning of life. So yeah, by the way, that's what another thing this is all about. AMA, Catholic Philosopher, Theologian. Come ask me whatever you want. I kind of specialize in the first things, the questions about the first things. This is another one that looks like it's just throwing us off. Yeah. But yeah, that's cool. Another shiny for us. Awesome. Bullaby all over the place. That's 2 for the decks, for the living shiny decks. If I wanted one more, I'd have one to use. I mean, I do want one more. If I found one more, I would have one to use. These guys will be these, along with a lot of others I have on here right now. Not the event ones; those are different. The other character can use the event catches for the living decks that's on that character. This guy will use the event catches that we get here for actual use on this character, as well as a bunch of extras for you guys for in the future, for the near future, or the far off future. Doesn't matter. We'll have a bunch of them for giveaway purposes. You saw that the giveaways are a giveaway box. I don't know if anybody's there, but we were going to do a giveaway. Honestly, I have no idea how we're going to do it yet, but we'll figure that out when the time comes. As long as you guys trust me enough, then there's many easy ways to do it manually. You just got to trust me on the results is all. Only because, yeah, at first we're only going to have a few people participating. It's going to be easy. Yeah, we're going to continue basically all the things we do here on Scarlet Violet version. We're going to continue into Gen 10 with that. Obviously, we'll be playing ZA as soon as it comes out. I already got it pre-ordered. It's going to be here as soon as it can be. And we're going to jump straight into that on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Hopefully by then, Sword and Shield, we're probably going to be done by then with that. Arceus by then, I'm hoping for sure I'll be done with. I'm hoping I can get that done with that in like a couple weeks here. On some off streams, off times. Get that finished. Get all the games done. Play ZA. Come back and play Brilliant Diamond, because that's the only game we'll have left. By the time we're finished with that, hopefully it won't be too far from Gen 10, but it probably will be. So, in fact, we're probably going to have a decent bit of time right there, I would say, between Brilliant Diamond, our playthrough of that, our finishing up of all the current Switch games, and when Gen 10 is actually released. But who knows? Maybe, like I said, Champions, perhaps that'll be out by then. Perhaps we can get back into setting up our open battle league and doing it for real, because we can hopefully then have the ability to spectate through Champions. I can only hope. We can all only hope that the Nerds Templar Battle League can take off then, because it's going to be awesome. I thought about some other things. I don't know how people do it. Like, I guess maybe they just go through Pokemon Showdown and they do like draft modes and stuff in their own leagues, own like homebrew leagues, similar to what we're doing, trying to do at least. But you know, I'm trying to give Pokemon. I'm trying to give Pokemon our patronage here by using their own games for that kind of stuff. But you know, if they don't give us the ability to do it in Champions, then they're not going to leave us a whole lot of choice, are they? That's why I'm thinking surely they got it. Surely they're going to do it. Surely they're gonna. It's got to end up being or else there's no reason to do it. It's got to end up being like just the one-stop hub for all things competitive Pokemon. Push out all other competitors that aren't actually the official Pokemon thing. Even as you know, as great as they may have been for you in the past. And then just keep updating that. Keep all your own tournaments, competitive play. Keep everything happening there. It's going to be an app. You know, it's going to be connected to, I don't know, the cloud or whatever. So I'll always be able to update it. And anytime I guess like a new console comes out, nowadays it doesn't matter because you just have access to the online database of games, which includes any apps that are in that online database that would be, who knows, it might be a free thing, right? I'm wondering if it will be, like all the others, like, you know, TCG Pocket, TCG Live, Go Home, everything's free. At least you can buy for more to get more stuff, and I would imagine that's probably what they would do. I'm okay with that. Like, if you make it free and then you're able to either, you know, make microtransactions. In the case of TCG Live, it's nice because it's connected to the physical card game. That's what's so nice about Live over Pocket. I don't even really have much interest in TCG Pocket, to be honest with you. I feel like TCG Pocket, I feel like Pokemon themselves. I might be wrong about this. Sorry if I am, guys. But it just seems so strange that all this craziness is happening with cards and the shortages in the actual trading card game at the same time that TCG Pocket comes out, almost as though they're trying to push people toward Pocket a little more. I don't know. I'm just, you know, just saying. I don't think that's actually true, but it does seem strange. It does seem strange. But yeah, I don't have much interest. It's like, oh yeah, look, an online card game that you can collect all these new cards. It's like great, but as much as you guys know, I'm a collector of things. I'm not much for collecting things in an online form. And the only reason Pokemon themselves, like in the game here, actual Pokemon, are different to me is because these things are like little bits of data at this point. The way that technology is these days, nothing like Gen 1 and 2, that's for sure. These little guys are little bits of data that can be transferred around to other people. And that's just insane to me. It's not insane. It's just such a crazy concept to think about nowadays, though. I mean, compared to what we had, that's a whole different type of online collection at that point. Now, yes, they're obviously still stuck in an online virtual digital world, and they are still just pixels. But the fact that you can like do a little bit of something with these pixels is something, right? You battle with them, and what I think should be a little much bigger than it is. They should do more to push their competitive scene. They should also clean up their competitive scene so normal people can feel more comfortable competing there and not like forced into having to give up all semblance of morality to do so. That's the other thing. That's what gets me, guys. It's like Pokemon is catered to children. Like, there's no way to get around that. You can't just change that at this point. It's a kid's game. It's not just a kids game though, but you are a game for kids. Kids are going to play these games. They're always going to play these games. That's just the way it is. So you have to cater to that, and you have to give up the catering to the exact opposite crowd. Two crowds that should not both be, to which you should not both cater to at the same time, however you want to say that. Kids and confused adults, mostly confused young adults. Those two crowds, you can't cater to both of them. If you want to cater to both of them, you have to be trying to help alleviate the confusion in the young adults, not make it worse, and then by doing so also cause more confusion in those in the other part of the player base that you're catering to. It's a big problem. It's a big problem, and I don't know, the way some things are going, they might have to watch it, or they might people might start speaking out. I mean, I'm just one guy, and I'm giving them quite the benefit of the doubt and the time to, you know, make sure things don't get too out of hand. But we'll see. We'll see. I mean, the way things are going societally, because I don't know, there's some glimmers of hope, I would say. That's actually half the reason for our channel here. Most of the reason for the channel. It's not just to play Pokemon. It's to build that wholesome community, to do all kinds of fun stuff. I want this. My dream for this channel is for it to be an actual, like, station, an actual like 24/7 live, not television, I guess you could say, television station in a sense, where we have programs airing basically all the time, whether it be a video that's being shown, you know, like released and shown live, like a live premiere of a video, a pre-recorded thing, or if it's just you know, live streams happening for the other half of the time. That's the goal. Get other hosts, other content creators involved, to make it a big thing, guys. That's the goal of this channel. Join us. Join us. Be a part of it in whatever capacity you would like. But eventually, yeah, we'll have something happening all the time on the channel. I think that would be just fantastic, and that is when we can do all sorts of stuff. That's when we'll have the Pokemon stuff still happening, as long as Pokemon doesn't go completely down the tube. We'll have our own stuff, our own stories. We'll be playing our own games. We'll be doing things that have nothing to do with games. All that stuff, all at the same time. Now it's basically impossible for me unless I you know, unless God gives me the grace to bilocate. I can't do all of that at the same time, or at all, because there's just too much at once for one person to do. But in time, hopefully that'll change. That's why when you hear me talking about all these things that we're doing, it's already not necessarily just me, so you know. But hopefully it'll be more publicly, more explicitly, not just me that's involved in this. That is the true goal. That is the true goal. It's open for one more of these guys. That would have been nice, but that's fine. What time is it now? We're getting a little on here. Yeah, 12:54, almost perfect. Let's wander around a little longer here, see if we can get lucky. And then I'll call it. Thanks for chilling though, guys. Again, these Saturdays, if you're watching this in the future at some point, Saturday mornings, we're just chilling. BBQs, we'll group up, we'll do some BBQs, get some snacks from Snacksworth for the group quests, maybe, hopefully. If you need them, that is. And Shiny Hunt, we can do some battles. Everything's open. Everything's open. We're just hanging out. And most of the time, due to that, you're just going to see me wandering around, shiny hunting, rambling, and then maybe doing some battles on my own, some ranked battles here and there as well, as we get better and better at battling. But yeah, I just didn't really feel like doing any battles today. Plus, whatever, we're working on these guys. They'll be kind of done soon, I guess. It's taking a bit. It'll take a bit, but you know, soon enough they'll be there, and we'll be able to make our new Paradox team. Try that thing out. Maybe next time. Maybe next time. But yeah, every day we're here. But Saturdays, this day, that's our hangout AMA style stream. Casual group stuff. Shiny giveaway from the shiny reward box if we have people hanging out who want to you know, maybe win a shiny. Other than that though, yeah, tomorrow, usually Sundays is our only day we don't stream, but I am going to be trying to do some Arceus. I've been putting it off far too long. Other than that, our main scheduled streams are Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We play our hard mode playthrough. I would show you the mouse is on the other side of the sleeping pup right now, so I'm not gonna reach over for it. But we do have our rolls I can pop up for you on the screen. Just go check out that level 2 stream. We're on the level 2 of hard mode challenge right now in Scarlet and Violet. We're going pretty well. Those last couple streams were pretty good. The last one was a little more laid back, but the ones before that were pretty intense because of all the big battles we were dealing with at the end of the base game. But yeah, that's Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Everything's 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for the start time. So yeah, come hang out. Come pop in about 9 a.m. and maybe wait a little bit for the stream to start. I usually don't have a stream start like page thing. I don't start the stream early and have a thing that says stream starting in whatever time. I just you know, I pop in and I say, hey, what's up, and we get going pretty much. So yeah, there's 9 to 9:30, somewhere in there. If you pop in around 9, then you're sure to catch me at the beginning or catch the beginning soon after that. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, that's the hard mode. Tuesday and Thursday, that's when we're playing Sword right now. That's our casual playthrough days. And those might switch around. In fact, they probably won't switch around. What might end up happening once we finish the level 2 challenge, I might end up switching level 3 challenge. When we start that, I might only do it on Monday and Wednesday and save Fridays for something else. Now, that'll also give us the ability in the future to use either Friday or Saturday to split up our hangout stream and our battle stream like it was before. That's what we'll do if and when we can actually battle and spectate those battles on the stream here. That's the goal. That's the biggest goal. The only thing we're waiting for, really. But then yeah, we'll have 2 of each. I could always throw in an extra casual stream, but I think what we'll end up doing is we'll keep using Sunday as like a temporary stream day. Once Arceus is done, we'll stop, and then, excuse me, if we need any more later on Sword/Shield streams, Gen 8 streams to kind of get through stuff. I don't think we will, but if we do, whenever ZA is coming out, we'll be able to do that on Sunday. But at that point, I don't know. What we might end up doing is, who knows, maybe we'll play ZA 3 times a week whenever that comes out and it's new. That might be what we do. We might, yeah. I think we will. I didn't even really think about it, but whenever we're getting into the new game, we will make our casual playthroughs. The 3 days we'll go Monday. It doesn't matter, right? We'll switch it around to Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Switch our hard mode to Tuesday, Thursday, and go from there. So we can always then again just chop off the Friday whenever we're ready to, and we can put something else in the Friday stream slot. Whenever we do want to cut, once it's time to cut ZA down to just 2 streams a week, and eventually that casual stream day, everything can change again once ZA is done. Yeah, we have a lot of options. So many different things happening. And speaking of so many different things, who knows? Like I said earlier, potentially I have to go out today, so we'll see. Maybe I'll find a decent deal on some Pokemon cards, and maybe we'll have a couple Poké Rips shorts come out in the near future. I don't know. plenty of other things coming out in the very near future. So yeah, another reason to subscribe, like this VOD, and I will catch you shortly in one of those. Sorry, has the camera been that low the whole time? It seems like it's probably a little lower than it should have been. But that's fine. I kind of had a little problem before the stream started. That's why it's a little off. But anyway, thanks for chilling, guys. I will catch you in the next one. Hopefully, one of these next ones. Definitely come check out that hard mode challenge. I think it's a blast. If not, though, I am going to be editing those down eventually. The hard mode challenges into all the milestones, all the big battles, all the boss battles, just one after another. We'll probably get the little points of every catch I make. I'll probably put those little pieces in. Other than that, I'll just show the battles, and that'll be that. I think those will be some awesome videos based on how the runs went, how the level one run went, and how the level 2 run is currently going. Yeah, they're going to be some decent videos, I think. Maybe one big long one for each level. We'll see. I might be able to handle that. We'll see if you can handle that. But for now, that's it, guys. Randy with Nerd Steplar. If I don't see you tomorrow, have a blessed Lord's Day. Peace out to ya. Save up our shinies.